UNICCO kao. Kwa we? UNICCO. Vengon kwa doka. UNICCO me kasale. Vengon kwa doka. UNICCO. Ni ba no kasale. Eka go ni ba ye ka kwise nege. Kwa doka ko kwa foka yale. Vengon kwa doka. Ya vengole. Kele su UNICCO ka. UNICCO me kasale. Vengon kwa doka. Ya vengon kwa doka.
And so good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on location where you're watching us from this time. I want to say good morning and welcome this morning to a very special interview here with Vengon. Vengon is one of the teams contesting for the UNICCO National Leadership comes May 22 to 24th. We don't know when the election will be conducted. We are informed of the convention date. Vengon is the president of Vengon here. Mr. Steve N. Gay is the vice president. This is our second time hosting Steve here on the show. Last time Steve made an appearance here on this platform during the debate. But tonight Steve is appearing with all of the folks from Team Vengon. UNICCO, yeah! And of course you have Rickman Vengon. Who is the presidential candidate on the team? Honorable Steve N. Gay, who is also the vice presidential candidate. Mr. Jenkins Barker. Jenkins Barker is the Secretary General on the ticket. Mrs. Mercy Asai. I'm getting the last name correct. Mrs. Mercy is also the Financial Secretary on the ticket. We have Mr. Roland. Mr. Roland Kanwa. Roland Kanwa is also the parliamentarian on the ticket. And they join us here tonight as they do their closing campaign ahead of the election. And the convention comes May. So we're going to be discussing a couple of things here this evening. I'm also told that they will be joined by the chairman of Team Vengon. Also going to be on here tonight. Mr. Shadrach is also going to be here. We will be discussing UNICCO. We will be discussing Team Vengon. Blissfully here tonight, we have all of the candidates. So you have the opportunity to interact with them, and all of the major questions. Let them tell you why they think they are the perfect choice to serve in the role of, we can say, the president, vice president, the secretary general. So the entire team is on here tonight. And my name is Junior Payne. I'm joined alongside the CEO himself, Mr. Alvin Sekas Jr. Together, we're going to be bringing you this exclusive interview and campaign closure interview here with Team Rickman Vengon. In short, Team Vengon here tonight. CEO, good evening and welcome to this special interview. How you doing, Chief?
Thank you, Junior. Thank you. First of all, I want to say thanks to you. I know it's very, very late where you are, but you have made that sacrifice to be on here tonight, featuring from Rwanda. I know it's probably about 4 a.m. your time.
2
a.m. So I know on behalf of Team Vengon and myself, I know Team Vengon will be appreciative of the fact that you are here with us tonight to have this. It's going to be a great show. You know, it has been a pleasure featuring all our UNICCO presidential candidates, political parties, and everyone else, including Team Vengon. We've had him here before, his VP. We also had him here, and then our brother Shadra and I have been talking behind the scenes. So it's a great thing to have them on tonight, and they are going to be the last team to close So I know they'll be closing it out here tonight, and we'll all be getting ready for Iowa. It's going to be a great show. I like that music, by the way. They have a very, very good music, and yeah, all of them they are in the back. And without further ado, I think we should try to see if we can get them on and get the show going. All right, there you go. That's it. The people came prepared. The team came prepared. They got all the big guns.
Well,
Everyone ready to fire
I don't know
that.
where is the president. I don't know whether we should give the president some little time to join us or we should kickstart the conversation here tonight.
We can start with introduction. The few folks we have now, they can introduce themselves. I think that will buy us some time. Speaking of the president, he just popped in. See if we can add him in. Man, still adjusting. You know, the president have to wear African presidential attire. The man got to come prepared.
No, but
So
that's the protocol. The president always come the last. All executives gotta be seated before the president enter the hall.
Absolutely, man.
So when the president is coming, then we get the president a rising welcome.
yeah, I think
Anyways,
we're missing is Shadrach, and then but we can start. We got all the big guys on here, so no need to wait.
great, great, great. It's good to have all of you on here tonight. It's great to have all of you. I know let's start from the lower member on the team here currently. Let's start from that person and then we can go upward to the president and we begin the conversation from there. Let's start with you, Mr. Roland Kanwan the second. Roland, it's good to have you on here this evening. Today is your campaign closure. A lot of people know you. Many of us don't know you too as well. So I think it would be much better we start with the introduction. By the way, my name is Junior Payne, and let's get to know who you are, where you hail from, and tell us a little bit about yourself and why you want to be the parliamentarian for UNICCO.
Oh, thanks so much, John, for having me on tonight. I'm Roland St. Kanwan II, hail from Zwole, Nemakante, District number 9. That's where my mom and my dad came from. And personally, I'm living in the state of Minnesota.
For how long you've been in UNICCO?
Well, I just joined UNICCO for the past, I think, a year and a half now.
Okay, great. Thank you. It's good to have you on here tonight. I know tonight is about you people and you people only. Mr. Vengon is a very strategic person. He booked it last time so that he will be able to respond to all the things that have been coming on here. It's great to have you here tonight, Mr. Roland. Now let's go to you, Mr. Barker. It's great to have you here too as well. Tell us your name, where you hail from, how long you've been in UNICCO, and why do you think you are the best candidate for the position of Secretary General?
Your line is
Thank
breaking.
you. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for
Your line
being
is kind
up.
of breaking.
Whose line is
Are
breaking?
you guys hearing me?
We hear you.
Yeah, Jim was breaking in. That's right. That's
Loud
okay
and
So
now.
clear.
it's okay, great. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Mr. Barker.
So I was saying thank you so much for being up for us, and then I appreciate the CEO as well for hosting UNICCO members here all of the time. So my question to you is, how long is this introduction going to be? Is it going to be a minute or two, or just few sentences? What do you think?
So tonight is about you people. We
Your
are
line
here.
is not too,
President,
not
President,
really.
President,
Your
can you
line.
log out and log back in? Can you log out and log back in?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, great.
We can
So
hear
let's
you loud
let's
and clear.
since you guys are a lot, let's give each person 2 minutes to do their introduction, and then we'll save a
Okay.
lot of time doing that.
Okay.
I
So
think I have some time though.
for Roland, you want to still talk?
No, go ahead. I'm just playing.
Okay. So my name is Gonle Jenkins Bakar. For short, I go by GJ Bakar. I was born in Limco, Yekibar, and then I grew up in Ezra. But then I returned to Liberia, specifically to Saniquile, where I completed my high school. I lived in Saniquile for 4 years, and then I was involved in student leadership at St. Mary's High School. We advocated for students. We brought about some developmental projects. We aided the administration in ensuring that there is this coordination where students are not intimidated, because actually when I graduated, the Civil War was going on. It was almost at the end of it in the 2000s. So it was kind of tough being in student leadership at that time. So when I left St. Mary's, I went over to Cottington, and I was deeply involved in students leadership as well. So I did biology and chemistry at Cottington University, and then I moved over to the University of Liberia Grad School. International relations is what I did there. You know, before traveling to the United States, I was involved in doing some administrative work for organizations back there in Liberia, especially serving as
The line is really
for civic initiative. And on the national scene, I was involved with the establishment of the movement for progressive change. We were just out of college, young and ambitious.
see the line is really bad.
So I think it's the line that is maybe the equipment you're using has some issues.
Yeah, because everyone else is doing well. I think.
He's laughing. I think it's you.
Yeah, but everyone else can hear us, right? Shadrach, Roland, Mr. Gay, and then TJ can hear as well because he's actually talking now. So, President,
I'll go ahead, okay? And then we founded a party called the Movement for Progressive Change, and Simon Freeman was our standard bearer. I served as Deputy Secretary General for a year, and then later on, we moved over to a block of oppositions that used to get out of Moma Hall sometime around 2011. That was Doe Missing, Sir Alain, that was Josh Weir, and all those people, including Gerald Howard Taylor. So our block, I served as Secretary General for that block. So I pretty much have some great experience when it comes to that at organizational level and also at national level. So my community involvement also in Liberia included us feeding orphans at orphanage homes, which was part of the charity that I was involved with. And then when I traveled to the United States, I've been deeply involved with that. So I currently funded an organization, a charitable organization called Empathy International, which is a derivative of a book that I wrote called Empathy. And then we support children in Liberia. We have currently decided to build a headquarters there in West Africa. That will be right there in Monrovia. We secure the land and we will begin the project. So these are some community involvement that we are doing here. We go from shelter to shelter, providing food for people. This is just done by my wife and I. There is no one else that is doing this. We spend our money to do so because at these shelters, food is provided on a general basis, but certain specific kind of food that people need to eat, they don't have them. So we ask them, what do you want? And we provide them that food. We also provide clothing to people in the community that I live. In Los Angeles, we did similar thing there with the Hispanic community, which I received a huge payback when George Floyd was killed because I was one of those advocates that marched throughout in LA. And then we had a huge turnout from the Hispanic community, in our block just because of me, because of what I do for them. So our involvement here has been pretty much cool with community involvement in charity as a whole. Why do I want to be Secretary General of UNICCO? UNICCO's Secretary General position is strategic because this is the administrative hub of our organization. This is the representation of UNICCO. This is a bridge between our leadership and the outside world. And this position revamps the organization's spirit. It attracts outsiders' attention to this organization. So we need people that will become very innovative, not just by what they say, but by what they do and by the experiences they've accumulated over the years. As I said earlier, I
How,
said,
how involved have you been with the UNICCO over the years?
so I've been a part of UNICCO for a little over a year. And I actually joined when I moved over to North Dakota from Los Angeles. I was not connected to the California chapter because I did not even know that it existed. So coming over here to North Dakota, I joined UNICCO. I have been contributing immensely to the North Dakota chapter by being present at every meeting. By that time, President Vengon, ex-President Vengon, was in charge of UNICCO administration here in North Dakota. We made several trips everywhere. And then I even have a platform similar to what you guys have here. I think yours is StreamYard, something like that. But I have a Riverside FM that I told UNICCO to use at their disposal at any time they want to use. And that's how much I've been involved with the chapter here in North Dakota. So then we're trying to transition from North Dakota to national and see how much we can bring our expertise over to them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to have you on here. GJ Baka, it's great to have you here too as well. I don't know. This is a bit tricky right now. Should we go to Mr. Shadrach or should we go to Steve? But let me choose you, Shadrach. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you, your name, where you hail from, and tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been involved with UNICCO activities.
Well, just as you rightly said, I'm Shadrach N. Finn from Spain, Lao Clan, Nima County. I've been part of UNICCO for a very long time. Before UNICCO, I was part of Nima Citizen for Progress, which got dissolved. That time we were much younger. That was probably 15, 20 years ago. And I worked along with President Vengon in North Dakota, knowing that he's a natural born leader. That's why I'm here, because UNICCO needs him. So me, I'm nobody. I'm just a Secretary General. I just write a paper. The reason why you see me here is because our campaign chairman, traveled. So I'm deputizing him. So I'm not running for anything. I'm just here. I call myself a town crier. That's all.
All right, great. The town crier. It's great to have you here. I know people like you speak from the leadership perspective and giving all overview of the team and all of that. So most of our questions will be coming to you, and then we'll direct on to the other people. But it's great to have you on here tonight, Mr. Steve and Gay. Welcome once again to this platform. It's great to have you here too as well. I know you very well. I know who you are, you and Mr. Vengon. But for the sake of those that are listening to us, we have a little over 80 person right now listening, and then we have the show being relayed in Liberia. Let's get to know who you are, your name, where you hail from in Nima, and tell us a little bit of yourself and why you want for the people of UNICCO to vote you as the vice president. Mr. Steve, are you there? Okay. Good. Go ahead.
All right. So, yeah, the CEO he mute me. So, all right. Again, I'm back again here.
I know that CEO mute you. It could be the host.
I saw your finger going there. you know what happened? What happened to me the last time? I'm cautious about that today.
Okay, Chief. I'll give that to you.
All right, no problem. See you. Well, my name is Steve Gay. I'm not new on this platform. This is my second appearance on this platform to discuss about our manifestos and the reason why we want to rebrand UNICCO. Let me first start with the word rebrand UNICCO and to a modernized institutions that is programs oriented focus, and not just a project but a program, meaning conglomerations of different programs that empower humanity. And so that's why these folks have come together with all the ideas. But again, my name is Steve Gay. I'm your vice presidential candidate to support our dynamic and astute leadership of Mr. Rick Van Vengon who manifests an idea that I truly believe, that will make a tremendous change in our union, both in the USA and that of Liberia. But yes, Steve Gay, like I said much about myself the last time, but I will go over my activities that I got involved with that I believe that qualifies me to be the vice president for UNICCO. Steve Gay, I was born in Nima County, born and raised in Nima County. Specifically, I was born in Babli Administrative District, District number 6, number Crown Batra. My parents are all Christian. I was born and raised there. First thing I got involved with Mr. Steve Gay was that I began with first establishment in my life. I started in my own town to formulate this organization called Dodi United Project. Dodi United Project, DUP, Dodi United Project, sponsored by Lutheran World Service. And that project, I wrote it when I was just alone in the town and noted that Lutheran World Service was about to give support, humanitarian support to community CBO or community-based organizations. I single-handedly wrote that project and submitted to them, and that project was granted, and they gave us supplies, wheelbarrow, shovel, hose, and whatever, before I started recruiting members. I did it alone first, but when I got succeeded in giving me the project to plant planting, so that I can be a planting, providers in Liberia. So I started to recruit people, and I brought a lot of young guys in, from different quarters in the town, and then we started the planting project, and we started broaching. Lutheran World Service started to send in some funding, and we were able to gather some of these planting sand or tuber and plant them. We got a live planting farm, but because of the last conflict that happened from Ivory Coast to Liberia, I left and I traveled to Monrovia, and then that farm remained there, and nobody was catered to it. But it was helping other people too. Those that were there, it was feeding them. But we did not succeed in it again because of the conflict. But when I came to Monrovia, I also again, because of my humanitarian passion that I have, I again started this Agency for Safety and Rural Development Aid, which is ASRUDA. It is ARUDA Macro Agro Development Project, accredited by the government of Liberia and Central Bank of Liberia. And
you have 1 minute on our Steve.
Look, my man, don't do that to me today, because you always let it come here. Don't do that to me today. I bet you are gonna
we cannot keep the president in suspense. You know that. Don't make it a whole you in contempt. I beg you.
Okay, no problem, because my president is on this show, so I will respect your time. But there are a lot in me that I want to put out. People need to know this man very well, that Vengon did not just came from the blind side and just to let Steve Gay to run. He did a perfect choice, and I had to let the people know who Steve Gay really is, my passion towards humanity. And so I established my personal institution, and it was great there, and I wanted an award. I can look for my certificate now and display it today here. Maybe I can flash it so I can see. I won an award of the Outstanding NGO of the Year, and I won the award. I got all the photos here, and we provide microfinance program or agriculture programs, and we're in 9 counties, sponsored by a partnership by Lone Star. I got all the partnership documents, like I said the last time on the show. And more besides, I work in different administrations. I work as president for the Microfinance Network of Liberia. That is one of the tight positions, one of the outstanding positions in the country. That you might be financially strong, but logically you have had to know financial stuff. More besides, I'm one of the candidates or one of the experts on Liberia risk management and terrorist financing and money laundering. And that program was sponsored by IMF, World Bank, and Central Bank. And so I'm one of these guys who was selected for Liberia to do the Liberia risk management, terrorist finance, and money laundering program, to do the assessments on that for Liberia. And I also serve different capacity. My last job was the Agriculture Ministry. I was a strategic advisor for administration. That's one of the type positions again that you need to be most or strategic in giving advice and giving strategy how the administrations of the Agriculture Ministry can proceed with some of these activities and projects. I was the strategy advisor for administration to the Deputy Minister for Administration, Administrator of Agriculture. And those are my professional experience that I have before I came to the US. And when I got here, I came across UNDA. And that's one of the best things I want to talk about. I came about UNDA. They've been very good to me when I came across them. Most of my document work that I look for, some of them contributed towards me. And I got myself fully involved into UNDA. At which time, I've been hearing about UNICCO, but I never attended UNICCO activities. So I just imagine this my 3 years in the USA, this just made my 4 years. So I'm just still new in the US. But I've been so active to get involved with those organizations. That's why I became very famous and popular, because I'm an institutionalist. So I got involved with UNDA, and the first thing I did, I noticed that UNDA, they like database, a database that will bring together humanitarians in the state of Iowa. And so I decided to create a database. I voluntarily decided to do that. I was not elected, I was not appointed, but I took it upon myself, because at that time, UNDA was not having leadership. Only the board chairman was managing the entire UNDA, because there was some challenges or leadership crisis at that time. So
thank you, boss. Let's move forward to the next person.
We're not cutting you off there. You got this show is your show tonight, right? So you guys have a lot of time. We have segment by segment. We got your music. We got to play. This is all about Team Vengon tonight. So trust me, you will have enough time to really push your message and to talk about your manifesto. But again, we got a preso here, so we don't want to be held in contempt. So we will try to see how we can get to the preso as soon as possible to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, as for me, I think my president, he's here tonight, so I got to lower my standard so that the president can push things.
Thank you, because you want to read all the portfolio now, so that the people will start watching the president. Which portfolio is the president coming with? Yeah, Mr. Vengon, it's good to have you on here this evening.
Mr. President.
Mr. Vengon, it's good to have you on here. Great to have you on the show. Let's get to you. You're the head, the arrowhead of this team. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the manifesto that this team carried.
Thank you so much. Is everybody hearing me?
Yes, sir.
You are loud.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is always a pleasure to be on PKS TV. And let me say kudos to this platform. The CEO, to see a young and vibrant Nimbayan to have such wonderful platform. Indeed, it is my pleasure always to be here. And I want to say thank you for the great work that you continue to do for our community. To be honest, this is the very first time, for a platform to host all of the candidates when it comes to this UNICCO elections. I've never seen it. But thank you for, you helped to expose UNICCO out there. Pretty seated here. Like I said, every time we come here, we are here to tell the people, go to Iowa, elect us, so that then the following month, 1 or 2, so you can inaugurate us, because we don't see a contender. We don't see competition here. We see strictly victory. My name is Rick Pan Nyakwayon Vengon. I was born onto the year of Mr. C. Vengon in Gardengamo, Nima County. I am a proud father of 5 wonderful children, respectively. Educationally, hold a master's degree in biblical counseling, a bachelor in theology, and ministry. Leadership wise, we have served in so many leadership positions. I've served as a 2-term president of the United Nema Citizen Council, North Dakota chapter for short, UNICCO for short. Under our leadership as a 2-term president, we were able to revamp our chapter, especially where our chapter was, taking over 20 to 30 people, and now raising the standard, the number of people to 100 to 200 people. And under our leadership as a 2-term president, with little or nothing into our organizational account at that time, God was able to help us, and we raised over 44,000, and we have to resign with $43,898 respectively. We did not only do such things, we connected our chapter with all our local Liberian organizations in the state of North Dakota. That today, UNICCO North Dakota is the most vibrant, more recognized organization in the state of North Dakota. Not only that, today, UNICCO North Dakota, under our leadership, has its own website. As we serve as 2-term president. Not only that, today to save our organization from wasteful spending as a term, UNICCO North Dakota have its own materials that when we have a program, we don't have to pay somebody thousands of dollars to do decoration for us. We have our own material, something that UNICCO National is struggling with right now. Not that. I serve as a chairman of the board of directors for the United Liberian Association here in North Dakota for 5 years. Under our leadership, we unanimously work with the executive, and today our Liberian organization is well organized when it comes to programming. That every local or Liberian organization here has its own time when it comes to programming. To save our community, to bring our community together. That Vengon is an humanitarian, and through our humanitarian heart, we were able to establish a school in Liberia that we help provide free education for the underprivileged children, feed them. We're feeding them every day, and we have been doing that for 14 years. Also, the international coordinator and director for many non-profit organizations, such as the Christian Mission, based where I've been working with for 14 years. So, based on all these things that we have done over the year, put us in the better position to take the leadership at the national level. Not only that, President Vengon has been able, as a 2-term president, work along with other chapters with a UNICCO National, helping them financially and empowering them. Minnesota can serve a wasted to that. Every time Minnesota called on us, we were ready. We drove from here, went to Minnesota, helped them to raise thousands of dollars. Georgia can serve a wasted to our.
I think the other political team, I think they are playing with the Prezzo's internet here tonight because he keeps breaking in.
Yeah, honestly, man, honestly. And then the internet, I can go on.
Yes. And you're using your computer, right?
I'm using my phone. I don't know. I switched to my tablet.
I would highly recommend that. When the phone can be cumbersome sometimes because you got text message coming in or phone call coming in, it will interrupt your
Absolutely.
yeah. But
Let me see quickly.
people are listening. You are the head of this team here, and people want to hear you, and you have message to convey. So we really want to hear from you. And with the internet stuff, that is not helping. So I would suggest.
Let me see if I can switch to my tablet quickly.
Yeah, please do, please do, and we'll
Is
be
that
here.
okay? Or you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. It's just breaking in and out.
Okay. So let me see quickly. I Let me go to my tablet quickly because I'm using my phone.
Yeah, you see, it's breaking. So try to join us. Log out and log back in on your tablet. We got, the show is devoted to you guys here tonight. Again, I keep stressing that we just want to make sure we get all the information out. Want to make sure that people listen to y'all as we head to Iowa for the people. I know you keep saying that. The last time you were here, you said, all you're waiting for is inauguration, but we want to know the reason why we should just wait for inauguration. But it's a great show. Gina, you went off. Okay. So again, it's a great show. We are having Team Vengon here tonight with us. We have GJ Barker, and we have Mr. Gay, Roland Zach Koma, and we have Shadrach. Shadrach, so while we await Shadrach is also going off. So it looks like so here's let's do this. I'm going to take a quick musical break and we'll see if the president can join us and then we'll continue from there. Let's see here. I don't know if I can add this on here. We got everything well. Junior, you want to take a break while we wait for president?
Yeah, I think he's in the back. Let's try to get him.
Yeah, there you go.
Great.
This looks much better.
Okay. Am I on?
Yeah, Shadrach, you're on.
Yes.
Much better?
Yeah, this is way better.
Okay, I had to switch to my tablet. That's what make it more innovative,
Yeah. Preso.
Yeah. President,
gotta improvise.
Straight.
Yeah, but you were in flight there, so if you don't mind concluding your intro there.
Yeah, like I was saying, based on all of these things, like I said, we have held Minnesota chapter when it comes to empowerment. We have gone to the program, help them to raise thousands of dollars, so that they can carry on their development. And Georgia and the rest of the chapter that gave an invitation. So based on these things that we have done over the year, helping people, and those things put us in a better position to take the national leadership. What are we bringing on board? That we want the NEMA people to say, yeah, this thing is a better thing. Let me get to our manifesto quickly so people will know. Mm-hmm. So many things that we have, but we're going to summarize it. And so many reasons that we want our people to elect this thing. Number one, we have done our assessment. And we have come to a conclusion that we have university in Ganta, university in San Nicolas. But let's see how we can help the rest of the place. Now we were able to identify Tapeta to build a community college, UNICCO Community College in Tapeta, to help our people. I know somebody will say, how will you raise a fund? Very simple. We have people who are very innovative. That my financial secretary, Marcia Isa, who knows how to raise funds, who knows how to write, who have ideas when it comes to grant writing, who have ideas when it comes to a partnership with other not-for-profit organizations. Even my very self who's sitting here. When it comes to partnership with other not-for-profit organizations, as a coordinator they have, we will reach out to these donors present our platform to them, present our project to them, and I can assure you that they will come to our aid so that we'll be able to help our people interpret that. That will be our signature project.
Is that your signature project? Something that you
absolutely? That's going to be our signature project. What are the next thing we're going to do that we want our people to elect us for? Chapter empowerment. My dear brother, we've been in UNICCO. We have never seen national helping chapter, even financially. I serve as a two-term president here in North Dakota. Not a day I ever saw the national leadership give you money. They will only come and promise, okay, we pledge $200, and up to this time, the $200 stay in the air. Honor our leadership. Chapter, we will not go to chapter program and go pledge $200. We are going to help our chapter empower them just as we've been doing it. How will we do this? We, as a president, along with my executive, we will take an assessment, go from chapter to chapter, the 14th chapter, sit with chapter president, ask them the challenges that they are going through, write it down, come back, design a program, go there, raise money, leave it there to help them undertake that project, to help them develop that chapter. We cannot be calling chapter to come for a convention all of the time, pay $100, and right after they pay the $100 or pay their $250 as chapter due, then after that they go back. Nobody cared about them. Nobody had their time. For the 4,000 that we raised here, national $5 is not in it. We struggle to bring our people up. And like you have a church, then you have that church, you have branches. How will the branches grow? The headquarters have to be supported to your branches. So, as national head, we are going to be very supportive to our various chapter to help make them equipped. What are those things we are bringing also on the book that our people should elect us for? The next thing is UNICCO regional program. What we refer to as UNICCO Day. My brother, we go for UNICCO convention one time in a year. In May, what becomes of the rest of the month? So, as a person who is very strategic and innovative, we will not make UNICCO to be like a dormant organization that we can only gather our people when we're ready for convention. Now they go to Iowa. We're going to Iowa right after that.
So are you saying UNICCO is currently dormant?
No, when I say I'm not saying UNICCO is currently dormant.
Okay.
I said we're not just going to be right after convention and then we close the whole thing, no activities. That's what I'm trying to say. Now we're going to keep the fire burning. We're going to keep the organization active by having a regional program. At that program, the young people, my child was born here, that does not know where he or she comes from, they will come up, and those who know our culture will teach them, and they will come out to display our culture to our people. Our children need to know where they come from. They need to know their root. At that program, we will also raise funds to keep our organization going forward. What are some of the things that we also bring in? Now, we are going to design, like we said, we are going to bring UNICCO TV. It does not mean, that we're not going to come to.
Yeah, we do that one, and then we'll start shaking our head. You see, my brother JG understand. He knows what you can't do that.
No, we're not going to do that too. No, we have an expert, our Secretary General. This is a young, vibrant young man with too much ideas. They're going to bring this to our union. We're going to have a platform where UNICCO progress or project updates will be given to our people. My late Oma, my Oma in Beleke district, my Oma in Tapeta, my papa in Dengamo needs to know that there is an organization that is based in the US called United Nimba Citizen Council. That TV, that platform will be created. And not only for us to get update, we will also use our platform to raise funds. After every 6 months, we're going to raise funds. How will we do that? We will connect to other Nibalians in Canada, in Australia, and they will come and help us to raise funds. We live in a modern society. We're not going to narrow our fundraising just in the chat room for birthday. No, we are very innovative. Funds got to come from everywhere. We are very good at doing that. What are this we're going to do? We then look at the Women Empowerment Project that everybody is focusing on today. Yes, the Women Empowerment Project. How will we also help? Based on our partnership or our relationship with the outside world, with other organizations, what do we need in our building? We need vocational activities to go there. Take for example, even my Oma who live in Gadigamo need to learn tie and dye. My Oma who live in Gadigamo need to learn soap making. My Oma who live in Gadigamo need to learn tailoring. Not only that, a young person who just graduated from high school need to know about computer. So these materials will go in our building, help our people to become self-sufficient. Because we will not continue sending money. We need to train them to become self-sufficient. UNICCO convention will be taken also to Nima County, where we will invite our senators, representatives, and other business tycoon to come to that convention, help us to raise funds. We will not only be sending for senator to come to America, sending for representative to come to America. We need to take UNICCO to them. We need to take UNICCO to our people in Nima. One of the things that we're going to do, that people will get to know that there is an organization called United Nimba Citizen Council. We will have coordinators in the various areas. We only have one representative in Nima County. That is not enough. Go to Tapeta, go to Campley, ask somebody about UNICCO. Somebody will tell you, I don't know which organization called UNICCO. We need to have a coordinator to the various towns and cities that when we go there, they will coordinate and they will organize and bring people together. UNICCO convention will not only be at the Women Empowerment Center in Domapa. No, like the community college we talk about, we're going to have a hall there. UNICCO convention need to go to Tapeta. UNICCO convention needs to go to Seclipi to spread UNICCO all over in Nima County. That everything will not just be the women empowerment. What are those things we bring it again? UNICCO chapter expansion. We're going to have 14 chapters. And out of the 14 chapters, only a few active. No. We need to reawaken the spirit of that inactive chapter. How will we do that? We'll contact our president. What have been the problem? At my own expense, I will go to that chapter, sit with our president. Wherever Nimbayan live, we will go from door to door. That's what we did here. How did we succeed in North Dakota? I told my executive members, we are going from door to door, house to house, and we'll put money, take money from our pocket, buy food items, and order and present it and give it to our people. Let them know that there is an organization that cares for them. We need to care for our people. So all the inactive chapter, we need to make them active. And not only that, we know how 14 chapters is nothing. They got the rest of the states that need a UNICCO. Based on my evangelistic mindset, we are going to go from state to state, identify the Nimba citizen there. If we can have a coordinator there, we'll have that person, and UNICCO need to be established there. So these are some of the things that we're bringing on board. Youth empowerment. So as we said, we have so many on our plate. that we want our people to elect us for. Because if you elect us, elect this thing, I tell you what, UNICCO will never be the same. UNICCO will move in the right trajectory. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we're going to start with the actual discussion, and I want us to stick to you first after we ask you a few questions, and we go to the other folks to ask them questions. I listened to your manifesto, and you mentioned some very important things for the people of Nema County and for UNICCO. You mentioned that if you get elected, you and your team, you will build a community college in Nema. Now, I want to take you to the Women Empowerment Project. The last time we had the president on the show, we asked him, how is that project going to be sustained? According to him, the project will sustain itself. Now, what do you have in mind if you get elected as the president of UNICCO in order to sustain that Women Empowerment Project in Nema?
We just told you that we're going to design a program. We're gonna have they have UNICCO December to remember. Now, this that particular they change it to every March, dedicate leave from there and go to Nema. We will not just go to Nema and tell the people that go Merrimack. We'll work with the coordinator there, design a program, and then call our business tycoon, call our senator representative, because the people need to get involved. They will come help us to raise funds. How will we sustain? We just talk about grant writing. We will also write grant. We'll also write grant writing. They will have expertise here. They're going to help us to write grant to sustain that building also. Talk to donors. Like I said, I'm connected to other international non-for-profit organizations that we can reach out to, present our plight to them. And I'll tell you what, they will definitely donate to that project. So many ways that we're going to raise money to sustain the building.
Thank you. Mercy, if you are not hearing us, I beg you can go offline and rejoin us again. That would be very much okay for you. Let's do this. All right. See, you're welcome. I think we can let the president rest for now, and let's go to the other folks. I'll let you to take the lead.
Other Preso rest. We got other people. Preso has given against a powerful government that wanted to. Okay, Preso, you give him lawyer. So
yeah,
he has.
Lawyer,
remember, listen to himself. He fired him. Remember, listen to himself. Preso King ready tonight. Yeah, he has given the complete manifesto. So people who are listening, they have heard almost everything. Even though I have questions for him, but I will go to my brother Shadrach, and then we will talk about this. Shadrach, I know you said you are filling in for our brother Cyrus tonight, but regardless of that, you are the campaign chairman, right? So and that has been you have been one of the vocal person in the chat room there. There are several things that you've done, you've said in there, and some of them, I think worth asking. So I have a question for you before we go to JG, and then we'll go to Roland, and then the VP will come next. Few days ago, we hosted Honorable Musa Ability on this platform, and he made some accusation, about how UNICCO is one-sided. He even insinuated that UNICCO is not holding leaders accountable when it comes to Nema County, and they are being somehow one-sided. You yourself, you have made a statement that UNICCO is either being selective when it comes to, advocating, or they are somehow being trouble. And a good example you give, or one example you give was, UNICCO accepted money from one lawmaker. Let's say rejected money from one lawmaker. You didn't call the name. I would love for you to call the name. And also at the same time, accommodating other lawmakers who are from different tribes in Nimba. I want you to talk to the audience about that, explain that, because I think this is very important when it comes to the future of UNICCO. When you have our leaders from Liberia talking about it, and then someone like you who play a major role, your team could win, and you could be the chief advisor to the president tomorrow, making those comments. I want you to clarify that.
Thank you, CEO. First of all, just to let everybody know, we are not here to defame anybody's character. Anything we say is backed by facts. I believe, in my opinion, we should have a level playing field. What do I mean by that? We have 5 tribes from Nima. We have the B, the Kran, the Maninko, the Gio, and the Mana. Originally from Nima. Knowing that Nima UNICCO is a non-profit, yes, it's non-profit, but a 501c, meaning that we are non-political. But I'll give you one instance where I feel that this administration played tribalism. I'm a Mana man, but I have crime in my family. I have Maningo in my family. But that doesn't mean that I'm speaking for a Maningo man, but I'm speaking for everybody. Where in the world were you rejected over $3,000 from Musa Berete, a son of Nima, but he has a Maningo background? He's a lawmaker. You say it's a political money. Writing your own name. He said, no, CMC. That's his organization, his political party's name. If you reject his money, fair enough. But then at the same time, you are paying for a Mano and Gil man who are lawmakers and covering their hotel costs. You say they will reimburse later. Do you see the contradiction? Do you see the favoritism? Don't you see the selectiveness? In my view, that's tribalism right there. You are rejecting that money because I'm a Maningo man. I'm the one Shadrach saying it. Because if you want to be fair enough, tell the politician the Liberian government gave you thousands of dollars every year to visit your constituents. And we are part of the constituents. If you want to visit us, everybody can go on the internet and make a reservation. Some of them, they have wives, they have husbands here in the US. Why can't they go and get their own hotel or call some of their friends? But you have to go and pay for it. President Sanji, I have the proof. I'm not just saying this. In my view, it should not be like that. UNICCO belongs to everybody. That was wrong. I think the old Mr. Musa, I don't know Musa Belete. He doesn't know me personally, so it's not I'm speaking for him. But UNICCO owes me an apology.
Thank you. And we needed that clarification. I think our audience also needed that. We have says Mercy on the team now. We want to go to her before we go to the other folks.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank
Welcome,
you. I've been
welcome
having
to the show.
problems. Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure being a part of your show, and I really appreciate that. I was having problem earlier with the audio and my video and all of that, but yeah, I'm glad that I'm in. So again, I don't know what's the question for me, but I'm glad to be a part of you all.
Yeah, I can help you out. So the question is basically, who are you, your name, where you are joining us from, what role are you vouching for, how long you've been with UNICCO, and basically what's your vision for UNICCO if you were to win.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much. My name is Mercy Issa. I resides in Des Moines, Iowa. My mother is from Nima County. She's one of the Toys, biological daughter of Omen Jepu Toy. And unfortunately, my mom passed away in 2019. No, 2019, yes. It feels like yesterday anyway. Um, I am the chairman of the board of directors for an organization called AFI, Africans in Iowa for Empowerment, which is also a nonprofit program that caters to immigrants. We help teach computer literacy to people who have no knowledge, and we also use our program to be more like a motivator to teach people and help people go back to school. We have helped over 320 people so far since we started. Our organization started it was funded in 2014, but the computer program started in 2021. And so we have helped a lot of students to go back to school just to take the fear of being, on a computer. So I feel that it is a successful program. Um, I am a part of a chapter here in Des Moines, Iowa, which is the United NEMA Association of Iowa, and we are a member of UNICCO. I am not a part of the UNICCO chapter, not chapter, but the entire officials yet. But looking at the fact that I see a lot of things that can be rectified, or a lot of things that we, the citizens of Liberia and NEMA as a whole, could help with such a unique program or such a unique organization that UNICO is, we can be able to put our ideas together. And this is the reason why I decided to join with Vengon and his team to be able to make a lot of differences in Nima County, and I would say Liberia as a whole. Um, I am contesting to be the financial secretary. I work for Iowa Health System for over 10 years as a financial counselor at the hospital. And I work at Wells Fargo in the home preservation program that we had, saving people from losing their homes at Wells Fargo for over 5 years. And I work for a business that started since 1813. One of the largest trucking company here in Iowa is called Midwest Wheel, and I work in accounts receivable. I was the credit analyst for them. I worked with them for 7 years. And I have multiple job experiences from other areas. Currently, I am a social worker, and I work for the state of Iowa. And so, coming to be a part of UNICO, I feel that my experience in the areas of finance and human services, or dealing with people as a whole, it's such a privilege to be able to give back to my country what I have learned in this country. Just to add on to, I work for the United Nations in the Ivory Coast, Danone to be specific. I work with over 14,000 Liberians, and I was able to help over 600 of those Liberians to write their stories, and they were able to resettle here in America. So I've been through a lot of good things that I feel that since I still have breath in me, I can still be able to give something back to my country. So this is the reason why I am in this. My vision for Liberia is so widely broad that I'm looking forward to establishing to help grow the center, the women's center in Liberia, by helping with the technology side of it and bringing up ideas, farming, for example. People depend on people here to send them bag of rice, whereby we can invest in making helping them get tools to do agricultural, to be able to help them provide their own food and gardening, to help them. Those are things that they will not be shut off. Um, Another thing too that I look at, that I said that I want to really be a part of this, is to help write grant that would be able to help UNICO to have centers here, like recreational center here in the United States, that we can be able to raise funds from the center and help the people that are in need here. Because in this country, you have people who are going to lose their job, people who their electricity have been cut off, people lose their homes and all of that. What are we doing to help our people here so that they too can help us build ourselves to help our people back home? So these are some of the things I've been thinking, and those were some of the ideas that I brought to Vengon's team. And I say I look forward to coming up with brilliant ideas, because we had a recreational hall here in Iowa. I was once the interim president of the Liberian Association as well. So I want to say that I think I will be an asset of UNICCO if I should be elected.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Yoga.
Okay, let me see
Yeah,
what's going on.
I think I got it.
All right, great. So thank you for being here tonight, and it's great to have you on the show here too as well. Now let's go to you, GJ Baka. GJ, you are contesting for the Secretary General position, and I listened to your president manifesto right now. He spoke of so many things, one of which has to do with UNICCO chapters. He said there is little or no communication between the national leadership and those chapters. Now, if you are elected as the National Secretary General, what role are you going to play in order to strengthen communication and collaboration between the chapters and the national leadership?
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I will tell you very briefly that during the presentation we made, that was just an introduction, and I did not have the opportunity to present to you my manifesto, which is a component of President Vengon's manifesto. So it is very brief because we are not going to swim out of what we can do. So we got 4 distinct things that we will be doing. Our intention is to modernize UNICCO administration. That is just very succinct that way. And the first thing we will be doing will be the TV that we talked about, or UNICCO podcast, and the CEO, he jovially said, you guys not going to be coming here. We will still come here. You guys have the exposure and want to be connected to you.
The TV thing, a serious thing.
we are pretty much grateful for all that you are doing. But there are certain people out there that might wonder why we decided to go that route. I've been in the States for some years now, and then I joined UNICCO less than a year ago because there was not much exposure out there. There was a fellow, my friend and brother George, who talked about UNICCO. If he had not done so, I wouldn't have known about it. And I don't want anyone else be the victim of UNICCO's inability to expose itself much out there. So this podcast we will be initiating is very simple. We will have sessions, and it's going to be done at a regular interval. Every information we have is going to be conveyed through here. We're in the 21st century. This is a modern world. Everything can be jammed up in the chat room where people misinterpret communication that is put out there because they cannot see who's talking. They can't get emotion of the person who's communicating, and it's just all jammed up. So what we intend to do is, for instance, we can have shows coming up 3 times weekly. That could be Mandingo show, that could be Mana show, that could be Gio show, where the culture of our people can be exposed to the children that are born here who have not heard any of our dad spoke back there in Liberia. And these events can be scheduled on regular interval that people tune into them just to benefit from them. And as Secretary General, whenever we have meeting, there is important communication to be conveyed. We are aware that not many of us can go into the chat room. And in fact, if there's a piece of information that is there at 8:30, by 8:35 it's been buried because there's so many communication be done out there. So we will have special time where people can be sure that when they tune in, they will get certain information that they can't get in the chat room or something else like that. And most of our activities, we will create exposure to donors, to people who we think can help us by inviting them onto our show and establishing some events in Nimba where we can even have correspondents back there that are connected to our show. So that's how much we want to bring exposure to UNICCO by modernizing it. That's just one of the aspects. And according to your question, my president talked about empowering chapters and incorporating people who are part of Nema County but don't have chapter in other states here. How do we do that? We decided to have a national secretariat that will constitute secretary generals from all other chapters. We will have a shared database. For instance, if we are going to upgrade our internet, our website, and make it very active, now we will have a shared database where UNICCO website will be a kind of e-commerce related. It will have e-commerce capabilities where you can come about, feel informed to become a member of UNICCO, and also through that, you pay for your membership directly through that, and it goes into UNICCO's account. That's how it's going to be set up. So through the shared database that we will share with the rest of the chapters here, the secretary generals for the chapters will be able to come together and know how many members UNICCO have because we have a shared database. And that is a very important conduit of communication. There are certain people who won't be able to be computer literate to get out there to fill out forms and be member of UNICCO. So these secretary generals will be trained because we'll have, regular session training them how to manage information and how to coordinate everything they have, passing it over to the National Secretariat. And then through that, we will make sure our people are on top of information. So the president's agenda will be pretty much achieved through the National Secretariat. And I will tell you the truth. Section 4 of the duties and responsibilities of Secretary General empowered by our Constitution give us that authority to do so. So we will progress beyond just collecting meeting minutes and reading them to a point where our website will be regularly updated. And I just want to say this, it's not meant to, accuse anyone for anything, but it's unfortunate that since last year, the 25th of June, our website has not had any significant updates. And when you read the Constitution, the duties and responsibility of the Secretary General of UNICCO, that website has to be regularly updated with communications from UNICCO connecting it to the rest of the world. So we, operating as an active non-for-profit organization, will connect with our people and with donors, just the entire world, but how much we communicate. And what is the content of communication we have here? That should be our website. Our website should be representative of what we do. But since June 25th last year, there has been a significant poster out there, which indicates that if there's anything done, it's not conveyed to the outside world, which is misinformation. So we will ensure that every bit and piece of stuff we do is put out there on the website. Every program we have is put out there on the website. All these things, when they are showcased that way, then we are quite sure that our administration is able to operate in a way that is in now the 21st century technology and outreach to people. So through our establishment of National Secretariat or SGs, we can achieve that. And I told you about that database that we're going to have as a shared database that we have an entire listing of our membership, and this can even help in election process. Up to now, we are still crying how many people have registered to vote because we don't know how many members we have. We could speculate we have around 1,000 membership, or we could say we have 700 people in UNICCO chat room, but that's not enough because we don't have a database that contains all members. So to make this modern and to reach out to everybody in these other chapters, it should be done with the work, the instrumentality of all these secretary generals that we will have. And it's going to be the first time actually that we should have that. And I will tell you one thing that maybe no one's ever told you, but the executives have the authority. They have the authority empowered by the Constitution to train people who even want to run for position in UNICCO. And then we will also make that very active. We're going to rejuvenate that part of us that have been asleep to ensure that all secretary generals across these chapters are trained to do their job, where we can have fixed data, where we can have something accurate to present to our people that this is what we've done and this is how this administration is going. And there is one thing I will tell you, we bring these innovations to help our people, not because of position. Someone told me that the other time that you just running because you think you want to get in power and do something for yourself, not because you are bringing innovation to us. Everything we've talked about here is innovative. None of these things have ever been done. They are not being done. We don't have a UNICCO podcast. We don't have a UNICCO TV. We cannot invite our elders to come and talk. There are certain people who are part of UNICCO that are very instrumental, that are very creative, but they cannot type in English sentences. So we deprive them of communicating with our people because we don't have a short time for them to come and speak the data that they are able to speak. They cannot present what they have. So there is a time that should be done. It's going to be done during our administration. So that's how we can connect to these other chapters and ensure that the president's agenda is being met.
One of the major issues that UNICCO face today is the issue of history telling.
Yeah.
A member of UNICCO cannot give an actual history of when UNICCO was funded to give you a date of when UNICCO was funded. If elected as Secretary General, that will last in your purview to see how best you can compile all of this information and in order to show it out there to the members of UNICCO and also those that are residing back home in Nima County to know more about UNICCO.
Yeah.
Tell us what strategies you have in place in order to collect all of the information related to UNICCO to have a proper history of UNICCO if elected as Secretary General.
Okay, just to get to that point, I would just tell you that all I'm saying here, I'm an expert in them. I did film production and documentary stuff at MSUM. So even for what you guys are doing now, I have Riverside FM that I also stream and talk to people. So it's not just being saying, right? For this, I will have to commend President G because just lately, I brought about an idea that we should do a documentary for UNICCO. We should, expose our children to the founding fathers' ideology, their story, and some of them who are still alive today can narrate UNICCO's story by themselves without it being something that is an oral tradition or something that is written. It should be graphic. People should see them. We should see that emotion and all of that. And I think this came out in the chat room just a few days ago. And then thankfully, President G is pretty much serious about that we can work together and do the documentary that will answer the question you're talking about. So UNICCO came about between 1975 and 1979. And a decade later, there was a shocking event in Nima County when the Civil War actually started from there. So we can imagine the trauma that people went through here. Originally, this organization was founded to, bring us together in the diaspora. But then later on, it became reinforced when the Civil War started and our country was imparted. In fact, it was the origin of the Civil War. And the people came together more to render assistance out there to people in Liberia. So we have some of these elders alive today. We just lost one of them a couple of weeks ago, and then he died along with his story. So what we're going to do will be, we're already working on that, okay? And then I'm glad that this administration took that seriously. We're already working on that. We're going to submit to them the concept by tomorrow. I have a team of experts that are doing that. And those guys that I'm bringing on board, I would just describe it as Netflix grade documentary guys. They are not doing anything that is pretty much local. So we're using equipment and expertise that are very conventional and at the industry standard. So we've done a great deal of job on the concept of that. And I will do it from my end. Those guys will be paid. But for me, I'm going to work free of charge for this organization that I love so much. And then I'm providing to them some equipment that is state of art. They are pretty much advanced that can do this work. And we will make sure that just for the initial budgeting we did yesterday, it's going to cost around $30,000. But guess what? Because of our expertise, we are going to bring that money down significantly, probably to just 12%. The portion that UNICCO is going to pay, they can't avoid paying that. It will just be to transport these guys out there, do one or two things, and whatever they need should be presented. But we are doing that almost free of charge. So we will be able to explain our story in graphic form. where our children who've never been to Mimba can see the founding fathers, can see what they did. And we are going to gather B-rolls, we're going to gather important elements of this documentary, and we will even go to a portion of the Civil War where our people were devastated and went through a lot. But that part is not to, revive old pain. It's about unity. It's about us saying that this is what we went through. And when we start respecting each other, when we coordinate to do things together, this cannot be repeated. So it's going to be a very rich documentary.
So this is a project that you are going to undertake regardless of you winning or not, right?
Yeah, it's already started. So, and I told you earlier, President G was very grateful that we brought this up, and then we are already working on that. So whether I win or not, this documentary is going to go on. It's going to be my contribution. And I will tell you the truth. Everyone on this team came here to help UNICCO. So the fear is that we have to be empowered before these things are done. It's not primary. You know why? Because we can do it even if we are not there. But this is an issue right here that you all got to understand. If you are there, if you are part of the administration, your dream can easily go through. But if you are not, sometimes you're just going to propose these things and they're going to be trashed away. No one's going to listen to that. No one's going to take that seriously.
Thank you. So let me ask you the last question, then we'll go to the VP here.
Yeah.
Everything you said, excellent. That's what UNICCO needs. When you look at it on paper, it's really great. And I really hope that UNICCO can learn from that and take all those, really work on that. But here's my question, though. We are going to Iowa and people are going to vote.
Yeah.
Folks that are voting there, some of them are not even listening tonight. Probably some of them don't even know you. But some may listen later on and try to replay this. In one or two sentences, what message do you have for them?
The message that I have for Len, I will just made in 3 sentences. You said 1 or 2, but I will be a Secretary General that will do hands-on job based on his experience and what he's currently doing. I will help the president to modernize UNICCO, where our kids will appreciate UNICCO than us. I take the right now just having everything in the chat room. 3 things we're going to do will be to have UNICCO podcasts or UNICCO TV to convey information as the Constitution requires of us through digital means. Then the second thing will be to create a national secretariat that constitutes secretary generals from all active UNICCO chapters, where we have a shared database to disseminate information that contains our membership records and other important chapter activities across there. And then we will ensure that the record of UNICCO is kept and conveyed to the world in a 21st century fashion, where everyone is able to read. Donors are attracted to our organization because of what we convey to them through graphic means and or just speaking out to them in our mouth and through writing. That's what we do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. We're going to the VP next, right?
So I want us to keep the VP there for a little bit, and let's go to the parliamentarian. We've not given him much time to speak of himself.
Roland, right?
Yeah, so let's do that. Roland, welcome. Tell us, if you are elected as the parliamentarian, what role are you going to be playing in UNICCO if elected?
Thank you so much for asking that brilliant question. If I'm elected as UNICCO National Parliamentarian, I will make sure everything will be brought to order. That's the number one thing. Before you speak, you have to be recognized before you speak. Whosoever that person going to be a president, sorry to say, Mr. President, be a you or whosoever person, before you speak, you have to ask for my permission before you can speak. If I don't recognize you, I promise, Mr. President, you will not say a word. If you challenge me, that's my office as a parliamentarian, I will definitely fine you, and you will pay that money before you can even utter a word. Yes, sir.
So now you're going to Iowa, this Friday. You're moving to Iowa.
Yep.
Tell the NEMA people and the UNICCO members, why do you think Vengon is the best candidate for the presidency over the rest of the candidate?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that question. I've been knowing race Vengon for the past, I can say 15 years, 15 to 20 years now. I've been knowing Vengon, and Vengon being a very good guy. Somebody who lead people, somebody who is very straightforward, somebody who knows leadership role. So I'm asking everybody listening to me this evening, I'm kind of asking you guys to please join us on Sunday, the 24th of May, to vote president, the incoming president, President Jan Vengon, as the next UNICCO president. I'm 100% sure that we are going to win this election. No race is there. We will beat everybody. We are the winner.
The president said you're waiting for inauguration. So
Inauguration, sure, North Dakota, all road lead to Fargo, North Dakota for the inauguration. All road lead to Fargo, North Dakota.
thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know parliamentarian, they are the type we call the most strategic people. They don't talk too much. They just look at policy issue and they rectify those issues. But again, you are a great guy. You're a really great guy, Roland. You're a really, really great guy. Let's go to you, Mr. Steve. Steve, okay, great. We have our man Siawete on here. So we'll turn over Steve and Siawete. They are good collaborators. The last time we had
Yeah.
the two of them here, they were really good to ask each other questions. We'll go to Steve. Siawete will ask the questions to Steve, and after that, we'll go to Mr. Vengon, Vengon to Madame Mercy, and then the rest of the team.
And then
Siawete, welcome.
Steve, I know that you were in flight. You wanted to complete your statement there. You were trying to complete your manifesto. So you can add that to the question that CLT will ask, and then do the same thing that everyone else has done. So we don't want to cheat you before you go and say, "Oh, I can't." Last time I did the same thing to me, they caught my time. So we'll give your time back to you. CLT can ask you 2 questions. You can hear us. All right, Dada, see what we can hear you.
No, I'm unmuted now. No.
No, I was talking about the man I was going to ask you, but you are muted. See what we cannot hear you. All right, Mr. VP. So I will take it from here. So I know you were in flight there. You were telling the people who you are, what you have done. I know you want to complete that, but we are going to Iowa. We're coming to you guys there. You guys are the stranger father. I want you to add to your manifesto there why you think you are a better candidate than the other folks that you are going against, and why the people of Nima County should vote for you.
Okay, so that's a nice question. Let me again say thank you. We started it. I was here few weeks, and I'm back here, and I started this morning again to give you some of the presentation. I will basically speak not different from our manifesto as a team.
Okay.
As vice president, let me put it in a simpler way or simpler terms. I'm the assistant to the president. I work at the will and pleasures of the president according to the article, Article 6, Section 2 and 1 through Section 2 and 13. I can resume office of the presidency if for any event that the president is incapable to serve, which God forbid will not happen, because I know my president is going to complete his entire term and succeed in all his endeavor. That's my prayer for him. But yes, the president can also assign tasks to me that I need to perform, and also work with all the committee heads. And one of the best thing I love here in the article is that I can work with all committee heads to design program plan of actions, meaning as an administrator who have led institution before, international institution to then a local institution to my own personal institution. I'm a vibrant administrator. It will be a great asset to UNICCO to be able to put all the committees that will be established feet on the fire to make sure that all the program, like I said before, UNICCO not going to get project institution, but a program base. It means we'll have a different sectors of programs that will be operating in UNICCO as NGO. It's not just going to be just one project, but we have so many projects that we are bringing on board that we will be following, which going to make my work more good for me because I'm going to be on the back of all of my committee heads to make sure that the president achieves in everything that's going to be happening. And so one thing that left over that the president did not mention, I want to say this before going to the rest of the stuff, is that the Independent Auditing Commission. Let me give a little idea about to UNICCO members. Auditing is one of the key transparency and accountability in any vibrant institution. I know a lot of people scared of auditing because of what they have done over the years, and if they encourage auditing, they will be exposed. But as for all, we fear nothing. We want our job to be open. That's why we want to constitute a independent auditing within UNICCO.
Are you saying the outgoing team is afraid of auditing because of something that they have done? Is that what you're insinuating?
Well, I'm not going to go there, but I don't know why they are fear of not having it, but maybe it might be not being innovative. I may say that. Yeah.
No. Mr. Steve, I beg you, let me hold you there. Last night we hosted an head of UNICCO here, and we brought the same issue up with him. And according to him, UNICCO have an auditing team, and those people, they are very separate from the leadership of UNICCO. So there will be in no way that an audit will be conducted that maybe the president or the vice president will influence such an audit. I think it is in your purview as members to call for an audit. So
Okay.
I just wanted to set the record straight on that
Yeah.
part.
Let me say that.
Mhm.
I think I disagree with that. But let me tell you something about Seagate again. I was trained by Central Bank, not just on this, but I did portfolio auditing. I got certificate in portfolio auditing, institutional management auditing. I know auditing document. Does it display to this place or ever in the chat room about the audited document of institutional portfolio that have been audited after they are constituted? That committee, a document that have been, because audited document is a volume of paper. It's not flying. Audited paper is not flying sheet. It talk about your source. Auditing is an investigative document. Investigative document. It's a financial investigative document. They will start the investigation from where your money came from. That's the first thing auditor will look at. And when the money enter in your cover, what's your portfolio and how that money was expanded. And then the witnesses to the expenditure is your supporting document, which is the receipt, the bank requisition, and all of that are your supporting document attached to the auditing document that you can give and somebody can read and say, yeah, this is transparent. Auditing is not just somebody coming and say, I are doing the money here with you, 500. No, they will go and investigate. It's an investigative, financial investigative document. So it's a volume of paper that talk about how the money came in, from how many members of UNICCO paid that money, from what date they paid that money, and then when the money was in your cover as a portfolio, how much was your portfolio before the money came in? The auditor want to know that. They want to know how much you had before that money came in, how many persons brought the money in. And after the money were in, how the money left from your cover to your project. They want to know whose signature on the document, who the money was sent to. The auditors want to know this information. They want to know the term of the project, how long that project going to stay. The auditor also want to investigate that project and every receipt and everything purchased with that money on the project. They need to have supporting document that you need to prove to the auditing commission that they will have to have them on paper to investigate you that all the money were used according to constituted purpose.
Okay.
So auditing is not just a flying paper or just somebody come and say, no, we got auditing. But do we have that document can be displayed to us as a member of UNICCO that UNICCO have been audited? And any of the people have been audited, we don't have the document.
Yeah,
So
you
how
can
do we
move.
know we have it?
Let me ask you this question. If you had to call for an audit for UNICCO, are you calling for an audit for this current administration, or you want to go back in time with the other administration to call for an audit of them?
Yeah, of course. That's this is the first thing we're going to do, because we don't want to build on something that's already damaged, on damaged structure. That is, we don't want people that already have financial malpractice, and then we cover it up and just start rolling from there. First of all, we want to sit with the leadership that will be going out to give us some comprehensive financial audited document that we will do along with them, so that we will know what is our portfolio and what happened all the years, so that when we begin from that portfolio, we will know exactly how much money we are adding on that portfolio that we made, and then how we will move on from there. So, and that's the next person that coming will have to follow trend with these kind of proceedings.
Thank you. Thank you on the audit part. Let's move on to the other topics that we got. We got a lot of people on here. We got to go around. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
why should people vote for you?
All right. So we got listed all of our manifestos.
Yo, I think I'm okay now, right?
Yeah. We'll
yes,
come
sir.
back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of our manifesto, of the idea that we are all bringing on the table, as an administrator, I'm coming to support the president's agenda to make sure that the president succeed in all of the program, all the manifesto that the president just listed. I'm not going to work separate from the president. I'm going to work based upon the president's manifesto to achieve, to make sure that the administrations succeed in everything that we have listed on this paper. Because my manifesto with the president's manifesto is what we combine together. That's why the president is reading to you today. And that's what you're listening to. So those informations are information that we both understand with the same vision, that this is how we want it to go. So just imagine, we have so many experts. Like I said, I'm an administrator. I'm coming to UNICCO so that I can help my president, not just a ceremonial position, sitting down and waiting for only the president to say something or just going for program, but all of the different visions that we have listed on this paper. It will be my objective. It will be my job, my obligation to see to it that these programs, achieve. That's why the Constitution said I will be working along with the committee heads. So they are electing me because I'm an institutionalist based upon my background. I've been one person who has support humanitarian organizations. I'm one person who has support student scholarships in Liberia. I'm one person who have gave support to people, create jobs for people. I'm one person who think beyond the bars. Let me tell you something. Let's just talk about agriculture here. And let me tell you about agriculture. And I said, as agriculture minister, as strategy advisor, one of the brilliant ideas that UNICCO can also invest into after we are writing all of our projects and submitting them, lobbying with donors and investors in the USA and around the world. Agriculture could be one of the best things to make our people more food sustainable, self-sufficient, self-sustainable. Now, agriculture, let me give you one good idea about training in agriculture. In agriculture, we will do swarming because upland agriculture is not productive as compared to swarm. But in swarm, if you got 20 by 20, and then your red straw you're going to plant on that swarm going to take 6 months, you're going to harvest 2 times in 6 months. Upland, you harvest 1 time in 6 months in the year, 1 time in the year. But the swarm farm, you harvest 2 times in the year. So how did that happen? If you have the swarm and cultivate it and develop a swarm, you make this seed rice with our farmers. And seed rice got a process of planting. If you plant 4 stems of a rice in the soil, 4 together, which between them will be 20 by 25 by 25 centimeters. It'll be 25 because I will be giving. I'm trained to those things, and I would be great asset to be able to train people in those things. It will be 25 by 25 centimeter between those rice. And at first stem, if you plant first stem, it will give you 36 eggs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, we apologize there. I know, I feel like we are cutting you off, but we got your music.
Okay.
We got your music and all in the back end. We gotta play it because
No, my president going to do the more talking today. I'm only supporting him.
Yeah,
with those
thank you.
ideas, but I mean, my president will be the one doing the more talking today.
So we'll take a 1 minute break here. We'll play your music, and then when we come back, CIWT will take over. And then he will start asking his 2 questions, and then we'll go from there. So let's play your music. Your music, I like your music, by the way. Even though you're trying to substitute up with your UNICCO TV, we'll play your music for you. We want to play the music for them for 1 or 2 minutes.
Yago ni makante ya asie kwa yie ni mano we nya Vengon yaka yikaka endeso UNICCO kao kwa we UNICCO Vengon kwa loko UNICCO meka sale Vengon kwa loko UNICCO ni mano ka sale yeka go ni ma yeka kwisa nege kwa loko ko kwa foka yale UNICCO meka salera Vengon kwa loko ya Vengon kwa loko ya kwa rulu me akwa do kwa gea me kwa goni ma kwa sale kwa rulu me kwa lo ni ma ton pied me kwa ni ma ton doe ya ye no ne kwa sale kwa lo kwa ni ma sene doe ka foka Vengon le ya Vengon kwa loko Vengon kwa loko I know UNICCO Minnesota ni ma meka salie kwa loko kwa foka Vengon le.
And so we have Team Rekpa Vengon here this evening, next morning, next afternoon, depending on location. And of course, they are doing their final closing of their campaign activities right here on BKS TV/BKS radio station. And the entire team is being headed by President Rekpa Vengon. He's ably assisted by Mr. Steve N. Gay, as the Vice Presidential candidate. Mr. Jenkins Baka is also the Secretary General. Is with us here tonight too as well. Mrs. Mercy Isa is also here this evening as the Financial Secretary too as well. Mr. Roland Cardinal II is vying for the parliamentary position at UNICCO. He's also with us here tonight. And we're discussing politics. We're discussing their manifesto. We're discussing the plans they have for UNICCO if they get elected to lead the organization. And so thank you for being there. It's great to have you back on here this evening.
I'm not hearing you guys. I don't know what happened.
Are you hearing me now?
We can hear you. I think it's
yeah, I think I'm hearing you now.
You can hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead, Chief.
But I'm not hearing the other guy.
Oh, you don't have, yeah, I will relay for you. I will interpret for you.
Yes, you getting me right?
Oh yeah, okay. I'm hearing you too.
Oh, okay. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you.
Mr. President, welcome everybody. I mean,
Thank you
today
so
at least
much.
you got female on the team. Welcome, Madam Cedric and Mr. What Baka. Sorry, I'm just getting on the screen. That's why, yeah. Yeah, welcome. I mean, it's a powerful night tonight. Seeing everybody here. Wish you guys well. You know, I know the CEO and the host took the night tonight, so I know
But you came
very
late,
close.
man. You came late. You can't blame you. You came late.
Yeah, so Prezo, welcome. I don't
Thank
know
you.
where I'm starting from the VP, right? Because I stopped to the VP, CEO, or with the president. How many questions I'm asking? Let me know.
You can ask the VP one question, and then we turn it over to the president. You ask him
The
one.
president can be the last. He's the boss.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Maybe if I make a mistake, you can call me up, but I can't call the president up.
Thank you, Chief. Yeah, it's good to interact with all of you. You know, like I said, everyone. I know how many teams, 3 teams now that are contesting for this position. So we are all brothers. The first thing I would say is let all, encourage peace as we go to the election. I know the way my man reached me second fire, he looked like a charismatic pastor. so yeah, so VP, the first thing I wanted to know from you, whether you serve any position or such before. Leadership position, maybe if you have any history or such.
Yeah, I have my own company in Liberia where I serve as managing director for Agency for Safety and Rural Development Aid, accredited, certificated, and it won the first award as an Outstanding Institution of the Year 2023. And besides that, I serve as president for the Microfinance Network Liberia, which is the armpit body of all microfinance institutions in Liberia that have to do with BRA, the different grouping of microfinance institutions, both national and international microfinance institutions in the country, about 36. I was the president and directly working under the supervision of Central Bank of Liberia. And so I serve as the strategy advisor for administrations, administrative agriculture, was my last job before coming to the US. And I also serve as a national chairman for all the auxiliaries for the collaborating political party, the coalitions in Liberia. I was the national chairman for all the auxiliaries. I was also working in that capacity before coming back to the US. So yes, I serve in great administrative position, both national and international.
Thank you. Yeah, I was not on the show, so I'm sorry because I'm directly with you right now. So I wanted to know from you. With what you read is a very good profile. So I don't know what's your, I don't know whether you guys read your past, working areas and all of that, and also your credential.
Yeah, they are all in the chat room.
We did that.
When you started the process, I submitted all my credentials, all my profile, everything. I wrote it and I put it in the chat room. We've been posting it over and over. People read it. Yeah, I got other different positions, but I don't want to bucket us with a lot. But yes, I've been too much vibrancy in different administrative area.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to know because I was not, on the platform, because when you go into election like this, there are a lot of conversation around. Sometimes people, give information. That's what I wanted to ask. Someone, there's a rumor they say you are now a high school graduate. Is it true? How do you address that?
Well, like you just said, in politics, people will say what they can say.
Yeah, of course.
But it's laughable. This man is not a high school graduate, but that man served on work along with IMF, World Bank, and Central Bank. I got the photos. If you want me to send it to you personally, I can send those photos to you personally so you can see them. But he did not graduate from high school. That's laughable. Yeah, they met, they not graduate from high school, but they met guy own company. They met, they not graduate from high school. He served as a strategy advisor for Ministry of Agriculture. That my lab, if you want to send my employment letter, I got it right now with me right now as we speak. I can send it to you. You read it from the Ministry of Agriculture. So how that was crime I was writing on the paper? Was that crime I was writing, right? Because I'm a crime man. So when I was Central Bank doing the money laundering, telereferences, and Liberia risk management, sponsored by or IMF and World Bank, which I can send you the photos now personally so you can see our performance with Central Bank. Was that crime I was writing there? Yeah, but these are politics. Not everybody educated are coming on live here and say, I'm educated to this, I'm educated to that. But when people ask the question, they are liable to me. You know? Yeah,
So
but yeah, that's their
okay,
perception.
that's good. Once that being addressed, I mean, is we as media people, sometimes these questions, meaning you go into a position of trust, it's important that when you get this information.
You
So
know,
that means
I'm
doing
not
your
cutting you
application.
off. I'm not
Yeah.
cutting you off. When I was national chairman for the CDC, it's not just chairman just for battle cry. It's not battle cry. It's organizational chairman. And I deal with people. The deputy minister, the deputy minister for Ghana, Alice Howard, was my secretary in my office. With document I was using because we were dealing with papers. We were dealing with document. I've been on public radio. I've been on media. I got some of my interviews. I want me to send it to you. I got
So
some of my
which
interviews on
school?
my
So
laptop.
which school and what year?
I attended when I was in Bayi. That's the place people got confused. When I was
Okay.
in Bayi, when we went to Ivory Coast and I Bayi, when I started school in Liberia in our elementary school, and I left, I went Bayi in Ivory Coast. I was attending the evening sessions in Tulope Village. I was attending the evening session. That's where I came from. Before I got the opportunity to start attending, before I got that opportunity to start attending with this missionary, Barry Bagos, with this program that have the American Christian College Seminary, that I had the opportunity to go and attend that college. But when we were there, nobody know. As absolutely, people didn't really follow my trend, how I got to this level. And just like again, it would be more lovable, more so funny that even as I hear America here, currently I'm doing a course in the college. I can bring my ID card out from my school, but no Liberian ever living in America know that I'm doing a course in the college. They will be surprised again when I come up with another degree again. Say I had them one, they will say that loud because they don't see me talking about it. They never see it in my face that I was doing it.
So Mr. Gates, just for us to move on because we ain't come here to kind of audit people degrees and stuff like that. Did you graduate from high school and which school and what year? Then we'll move on.
I said I attended the evening sessions at Tulope Village in Ivory Coast.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I graduated from.
Thank you. Sarah, your next question.
Yeah, thank you, Chief. Thank you. The reason I'm asking this question is just very simple. And probably you have heard that. Mr. President.
Yes.
I mean, I really miss you, man.
Myself, man.
Yeah, so I know I had the opportunity from my boss, man. He said 2 questions. So I just wanted to get your view, as we go to the election. You are here with your entire team. So we from Liberia, sometimes the both of you now are in management, I would say the most senior staff. Mm-hmm. So how will you handle your code of officers from the VP to that of the parliamentarian? For example, will your VP have that opportunity to work, or will he be a packer?
Well,
from the constitutional side, anyway.
Thank you so much. Of course, everybody knows me to be a team player, a leader who believes in working with people and giving them the opportunity to perform their duty. My current president of our chapter is a living witness, Honorable Adolfo Zo. I work with him, and everybody in North Dakota, they can attest to that. I work with him, we work together, and I allow him to perform his duty, to preside our meetings. So I can tell you and the people of Nima that we will have a very good and cordial working relationship.
Thank you so much. That we again we gotta go here. We got a lot of folks on here. We gotta ask. I know CLT alone. You want to ask you more than 20 questions. I got a question for you, or one or two, Mr. President. Then we'll go across, and then we'll ask everyone else.
Yes.
We hosted Mr. Bia. I thought Bia on the show. Yeah, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
And then when we asked him a few questions, when he was talking about you, he referred to you as someone that is playful. And I'm quoting him, right? So, I mean, what do you have to say about that? You are going to be a president, and you have someone who's the senior advisor to the current president referring to you as playful.
Well, I respect Honorable Bia so much, and I will never disrespect him, honestly. But I believe that Honorable Bia was speaking out of frustration. What do I mean by that? When you play something and that thing does not go your way,
That's right.
Sometimes you speak out of frustration. That's how I look at Honorable Bia to be. Because this is the president on his knees begging Rickpan Young Vengon to go as vice president to his candidate.
Oh, so he wants beg you to go as vice president? Okay.
We collaborate.
Theo, it's a breaking news now.
Yeah.
I just want to give you some basic information of where he came from yesterday. Of course, we know on Rubia he went off track yesterday and by personally attacking people. Of course, we know as an advisor to the current president, and we see confusion all over. I don't know why. Okay, but let's go into the issue. Mr. B.I., he knows me very well. He knows the weight we carry. We work together during this Gombo election. Now, Mr. Bia, working together, Mr. Bia, was another experience by itself. Now, how did we get there? Mr. Bia, they are very good at going to promise people. They have promised as the Honorable Isaac Kato that they're going to make him chairman of the board. But they did not have the numbers. Honorable Kato and Moses, they have planned to run as running mate to each other. And then what happens? According to them, Moses did not have the number. They said, but I look into North Dakota. North Dakota is bringing the vice chair. Vengon had the strength. Vengon had the people. Let's reach out to him. Guess who called? Honorable Bia called. Young man, you have you are focused and vibrant, and we know you have the number. He's back so that we can allow Madam D. Kabaga Logan to collaborate with us because we have the numbers. And we accepted Vicky Russell ran campaign, and we all became victorious. So for Honorable Bia to know the kind of pressure to come on the show and say, I am playful, that also shows to me that Honorable Bia does not know what it means to be a leader. As a leader, at a certain point in time, you can be diplomatic. At a certain point in time, you have to balance your leadership. So coming down to our people, be a little bit jovious, to get the attention of our people, to make them understand that this leader is a humble leader. Does that make the person playful? Now, this man was playful, and you wanted him to carry his playful behavior to run as vice running mate to your vice president. when they were playing game. How can a man be playful than you begging on the phone? When we accepted to run, when we put our video out there, in the chat room, guess who called me? The CEO Honorable Bia, who have failed to advise the president to move in the right trajectory. He placed a call to me. My man, the video I saw in the chat room, what happened? And I clearly told him, Mr. Bia, I was the one, that's my voice, that's my video. And he said something like this, my man, you gotta tell your friend, you know, you are a young man, the way we have brought Sanji, we work along with him, and you could be the next in line. So it's so lovable. It was so lovable yesterday to see a father that I respect calling a man that you've been begging, that he wanted him to accept because you feel that he's very charismatic and productive to go as vice president to your candidate. But because we are independent-minded people, we did not go that route. What happened? They were playing mini, more. Now, if he was a good advisor, why will you ask Geoff Flomo to go as VP? Why will you ask Jan Flule? Because I turned it out, and they turned Geoff Flomo turned it out. At the end, they say Moke Jen E Pepe. They had to go get my brother Jan in the camp. At the end, what happened? I feel for Jan, and I feel for Honorable Bia, because he's not a good strategist. So to look at a Vengon and say Vengon is playful, that just shows to me that leadership does not go that way. Honorable Bia need to do better. I told him that was contradiction. He needs to do better.
Thank you.
So if I were playful, we will leave UNICCO North Dakota successfully? No. So that's my leadership style, very humble, and I believe in bringing people together. So
why you think he referred to you as playful? Why do you think so?
Because maybe that is own, like I said, that is own concept.
Okay.
I just told you that he was speaking out of frustration. Okay. Because what he wanted did not happen. Definitely, I don't expect him to say something better.
Thank you. So you say you have a follow-up, you can ask them. We'll go to Sis Mercy.
Yeah, of course. I really wanted to hear from the secretary too, because she's a lone female here. Mr. President, the reason I'm asking this question when the CEO asks is that we hosted honorability.
Oh, we feel that question.
We gone there.
Eh?
You're referring to
we went to that
travel question, right?
No, not really about travel too, though. But
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's similar, but we hosted honorability here, and I think the CEO talked about. He said he'll talk on it already, but let's just move on. I will ask the secretary.
Yeah, you ask the secretary.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, almost.
Thank you. I think this will be my last question, and then we'll end up with the secretary. Then we ask you guys for your concluding statement here tonight. Mr. Vengon,
yes.
How well do you know your entire team?
Well, very, very much. I have no.
Are you confident that they will serve with you?
100%. 100% trust the ability of all my team members. And I know the kind of expertise they are bringing on board. So I trust their ability. And I believe that together we will deliver.
The reason why I'm asking you this question is over the time, people have resigned from leadership because certain people were not behaving good. So I'm asking you this question. How confident are you that you are going to work with your entire team if you guys get elected?
How confident?
Mm-hmm.
If we get elected?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I trust each and every member of our team ability. I trust Honorable Baka. You just heard him expanding how we intend to, when it comes to the secretariat department, how we intend to do it. You listen to Madam Mercy Isa when she was explaining how we intend to do the financial secretary department. You just listen to Honorable Steve Gay. So these great people, I have explicit confidence in them. that indeed we all will work together and deliver for our people.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Siawate, let's give the floor to you, and then you can start the questioning with the Financial Secretary, Madam Mercy.
Thank you, Chief. How are you, madam? You are muted.
You're muted.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm having problem with my phone, so you guys bear with me. I guess
Oh
maybe
no, we
because
we
it is
Take,
okay,
the
we
take
okay.
your
it
time.
is the
Fee at home,
feminine
fee at
part,
home.
the feminine part of my phone, I guess.
No, and I'm happy to see you tonight because
Thank you.
we see so gentlemen, you know.
I know, right?
Yeah, to muster the courage to be among them, I think is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you are the financial secretary on this team, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, that's good. So you have a financial background. Sorry, I was not here. That's why I just wanted to.
Well, again, I have worked in the finance area, financial counselor for 10 years with Iowa Health System. And I also work in accounts receivable. I am not an accountant. I did not go to school to become an accountant, but these are
Perfect.
places where I have worked and I learned a lot from being in those areas.
That's good. Yeah, it's a nice. I mean, it's good to be honest. If you don't, have certain things, just it's good. Um, so within Unico now, let's go to the organization. Currently, what have you identified with the experience you got, to bring a reform in the position you are going for? What are the lapses that you see right now?
Well, there has been so many stories that I've heard about Unico, how funds were being people misuse of funds, and it's more like something that we've heard for a very very long time, and people do not give full accountability. When people make donations and stuff, it goes into other people's personal account, and how do they even keep track of it? Those are some of the things that I have been hearing. And I also had relatives who were part of Unico and they all broke away from Unico. That was back then. And so my thing here is if I want to be a part of Unico, accountability and transparency is actually what I would definitely look at. When funds are being paid, is how is it being processed? I understand that people make payments and they do have a bank account. Are they making reports that matches the bank account with with funds coming in, funds going out, receipts being given to match whatever fundings that was being made or be used out there? So these are some of the things that I've been hearing for a very, very long time that they're not very good. They have a special kind of group that whenever they're ready, they just go in there and then use money. The people who are here giving the hard-earned money, they don't even know where the money is going. These are some of the things that we sit back and we hear. So I am not, as I said, I was not a member of UNICO to begin with, but I am a part of UNICO, being the fact that I am a part of the chapter here in Iowa. So I have a lot to learn from being a part of UNICO to know how they go about doing the finances, how they keep they doing their bookkeepings and stuff. It's not my place to go and say I'm going to audit you because I know that you didn't do this. You have to prove to me that you are not doing the right thing. That's the only reason why I would even use the word audit. But if it has to be, yes, definitely it will be that I will have to implement that too. Because the thing is, my nonprofit organization, why are we still in existence? Because we keep a very accurate financial reports. We make sure that everything that we do is documented. It has reason. And there's a complete paper trail that go with everything that we do. So all of these things are very, very important. A lot of things that I heard also is that fundings that are being collected here, there is nothing to show that anything has been done in America. Everything goes to Liberia. So my thing here is that how are they actually processing and keeping track of what is going to Liberia and what is being used there? Are they actually do they have proof that if you say you're using $350,000, this is actually what you're using there in Liberia? How do you keep track of it? How do you prove to the people here, say, okay, you know what, I bought 550 bags of cement. This is the actual receipt. But again, as I said, I'm not here to judge anyone, and it's not my place. I know that they have been doing a lot of great things in Liberia, and it's a compliment for them. But being a part of UNICO, I want to be able to learn a lot of what they do and how they go about making sure that people who gave them money is being used for the purpose for which it is being intended for. For what I have also heard from members who are part of UNICO, that whenever you know some people have doubt of what their payments are going or what their contributions are going. So again, foundation in where we live is very, very important. Like for instance, if we have like people donate money and stuff, you don't have to just immediately send it back to Liberia to say you're going to build things that people who are here do not actually know what is going there.
But Caesar,
Start.
can I ask you a question though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't you think the folks who have been running this institution will take offense to that because you're making allegations, assuming based on rumor, without fact that they have been operating basically in your own words that sending
Uh,
things to Liberia without.
Sorry, Mr. CEO. Mercy, I have facts. So she's not just speaking off her. I have facts. I'm going to come to it.
No, you can't say that, though, Shadrach. I'm going off of what she said.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going off of what she said.
Yeah, it is true that it is not just one side of people that have said that. Many,
Mhm.
many people have said
Okay.
it, and I understand you say it, I'm speaking based off of rumors of whatever.
Yeah.
But again, these are people who have been in UNICO. So if these people that have been in UNICO are saying these things, I
Mhm.
want to be able to be a firsthand, uh, to witness actually what they're saying. Is it really true that all of the money that these people have been sending and giving to these people have been going into someone else's pocket, and that person has been the one to disperse the funds? Are they actually doing it accurately as it should be? Are they going into Liberia and then actually putting these money in the right place, that merchandise that have been purchase actually what they are, and the prices is it, does it coincide with what they say that they bought for that project? So these are some of the things I want to actually keep to be a part, so that I can be able to give them some of my ideas, what I have done to sustain my program. And also being in America here, I own a home. I have written a lot of programs out for people, and a lot of these things that I've done has always been successful. So I want to be able to let them tell me, or let me find for myself, let me at least get a proof that what I'm hearing are not true. And again, I'm not accusing anyone. I don't want people to say, oh, Mercy is accusing us. No, I
Mhm.
feel that it is fair that every dime that is
Mhm.
being donated to a project, there is an accurate report that is being given. I'm not saying that there is not, but from what I am hearing, and Liberian people, one thing about us, we know how to give you bad news, but we cannot give you good news. Even if we give you good news, there is still bad news that will be added to it. So I know our people. So I'm not coming in to say, okay, you guys has not been doing a great job. I'm here to do a good job. No, I'm here to be able to help them make it better, so that people who have doubt in UNICO, that they will understand that what they are thinking, probably there was a glitch somewhere, or there
Mhm.
was some inconsistency somewhere, so that we ourselves will be able to pass it on to them, to tell them, say, hey, listen, let's do it this way, so that people don't think that funds that are being collected was not used for the purpose intended. So these are the only reason why. And the reason why I'm also in the NIMA settings is that, as I said, my mother is from NIMA, and because she knows my work, in fact, she knew my work. I'm so sorry that it's in the past now,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she knew what she knows my worth of what I can do. And
Mhm.
so for this reason, she said, my child, since you know how to do all these things, can you help my NEMA people to
Mhm.
make them, to help them grow, help the children, and help the people in my counties and stuff. And I feel that I owe my mom these things. So this is the reason why I'm here, and I'm willing to work with whoever, with Mr. Vengon when my president wins, it would be a boost for us to implement everything that he himself knows how to do.
Thank you.
Our Secretary General also is a man of talent. Everybody else on this team are capable and qualified
Yeah.
candidates.
Thank you. The only problem I got with the team is the fact that they are trying to replace BKS TV with that. If that's the case, then it's going to be a problem. But thank you. Security, your last question to her.
So who is the BKST? Who is that?
The TV that you're on, the platform you're on right now.
Oh no, we will have to keep you growing, my dear. Trust us, trust us. We will make you
Security,
big.
your last question to her, and then we will go to Shadrach. Why am I back to that?
You getting me, Chief?
Yeah, we can hear you now. G, go ahead.
Yeah, they my system tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, my stop looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, madam.
my phone
Yeah,
has been acting up. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. I mean, you spoke brilliantly. I mean, one thing I got from you tonight is being sincere. That's one thing I got from you. So you are not like you said, you are not an accountant by profession, but even the 10 years of experience alone, that speaks volume. So that's very important. When you are going to leadership, that's one thing. Integrity is very important. So I know if it was, but my question is this: you are going to manage the funds, so to say, of the organization. How often should members, receive financial report, and how differently will you do that? Because
Well,
most day, let me just make emphasis to this. Because UNICCO most days, can we say is in terms of revenue come from due payment and what have you. So we also want to know what different financial strategy will you put into place, so you can expand on that a little bit. Thank you.
so yes, thank you too. The thing here is that I am not coming to take away the style of leadership in UNICO. I'm not. I am only coming in to add what I know and how I have successfully worked my computer application, my computer school, and I ran the Liberian Association for almost 2 to 3 years as an interim president. And I made fundings of $4,900 and gave it to them. Up to today, there's not a dime in the Liberian Association for those who took over. So again, the people always say when a female is ahead of money, they know how to economize. We know how to work things out. We know how to manage things. It is my expertise that I'm going to be able to tell them, say, you know what, I know what you do, but can we look at this and see if it is okay to add to what you are already doing? So these are some of the things so that we can be able to close up the gap that people have doubt that funds that are being contributed, dues that are being paid is not being misused. So these are some of the things that I'm going to bring to the table. As I said, if UNICO had a way that if they have the rules and regulations as how often they report, they give the financial report, it is not my place to change anything different from that. In my organization, we do financial report every 3 months. We make sure when we have our board of directors meeting, everything that we have done, we make sure that everybody listen to where money went, what we use it for. Everybody are aware of how fundings are used. So again, as I said, I'm not going to change anything. I'm not an authoritative person. I'm not someone who will macromanage my boss and say, why are you spending this or why you're not spending this? No, I'm just there to add to it and learn from what they are doing and also be able to educate people who might have doubt in UNICO.
Thank you. Thank you. So we've been here for 2.5 hours now. So you can tell my brother GJ or GJ is leaning back. The man is tired now. You can tell from there.
Don't see that man now. I'm
Yeah,
making
yeah,
Jim
man.
never do.
Yeah, man. So, but we are having a good time.
Jim.
I'm enjoying it. We got a VP relaxing in his VP chair. We got my own brother Shadrach. Yeah, but so what we're gonna do now is we'll take our last question, and then the last question we'll ask you can add your parting statement to it, so we can kind of wrap it up here. I know it's 9 o'clock, Central Time, but
Yes.
the CEO gotta take some break here. So, Shaka, over to you. During the expose of your preso, the man that said he only waiting for inauguration, he didn't get no competitor. The man said that one of the plans that you guys have will be to build a community college in Tapeta. Um, there's already a technical school currently in Tapeta there, where the bill pads. I think they have started working on that. Don't you think that would be a little bit convoluted there to have two technical or vocational or community colleges in the same district? Why can't you guys go to the other places? Here's why I say that Nima County and UNICCO, Nima County, UNICCO included, most of the projects that people do, they do that, as for lack of a better word, as we'll say in Nima or in Liberia, on the road, on the main road, right? And then you got the people from places like Mutuo by the border there, people that are all the way back there are not benefiting from most of the development. Why don't you guys think about taking it to a different place somewhere else instead of going to Tapeta that already has a technical college or vocational school currently?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Some people will say that, oh, they want to get a gear vote. No, it's about where the needs are the most. Tapeta is a strategic location. It has a population of 85,000. So we looked at various places like Campley, Seclepie. But then we feel that if we have a community, UNICCO Community College in Tapeta, people from Grand Jide will benefit from that because it's going to be much closer. People might even cross from the border there because it's going to be much closer. And not only that, we're looking at the facility. Do I want a community college to be built in Zabli, where the accessibility of internet is almost remote? So we want that when the community college is there, that people, when they leave from America and they want to go there for student exchange program, they should be able to feel that they're in America. So we feel that we came to a conclusion that Tapeta will be the most suitable place. We don't want just Ganta alone. We want to have another biggest and vibrant city in Nima County. And Tapeta is the right place. That's the reason why we came to that conclusion. And not only that, La Community College you're talking about, the government just made a proposal. I will call it a Scannington. It's not even there yet. So it's something that the government talked about. But this is going to become a reality.
Thank you. And your parting statement there. Tell us, what Nima people should know about this team that you are chairman for, and why they should vote for your team.
Well, actually, Honorable Sam Bali is the chairman, but because he has an urgent need, he traveled. So I'm the secretary for the team. And just for the audience to know, we are not coming because we want power. For an example, Mr. Sanji is my junior brother. His brothers, I know everybody in his family. When my sister passed away, his wife, his family contributed financially. So we are not here to denigrate anybody because we want to ascend to power. However, there's a saying that says when the drum sound changes, a wise dancer changes his mood. The president started very well. As a result, nobody opposed him going to a second term. But getting to a second term, I believe fatigue is taking over him. They feel that they have achieved all. So as a result, they just let him to slide by. Why am I saying that? For an example, why administration will go 4 years without financial report, and you still want to seek a third term? Because the president is only using the vice president because you want to get a third term. You guys feel they're going to have control. They have gone 4 years without financial report. I have the proof here. The finance committee or the board did an investigation on the Women Empowerment Center. They have a hearing with the president and the program director. and they noticed that there are conflict of interest. The project director, there's a company called Coin Construction Company. It's like you, I have a personal relationship with me. I'm doing a project, you know everything about it. Instead of doing a competitive bidding process, I don't do it. I say, no, having my boy, I can't get a contract. Without even telling me what material you're going to bring, how much you're going to cost. At some point, UNICCO has only 106,000 years account, but they're giving Coin Construction Company $130,000 project.
But is the project director? Are you referring to George Flomo?
Yes.
Okay.
Why will you give a contract out more than what you have in your account? And the recommendation that the hearing committee told them, I don't think they have implemented any of that. So now we felt that, you know what, the people are feeling tired. They started well, but they are not doing good anymore. Should we allow them to go? You cannot allow sympathy to exceed your interest. Nimba County existed before, and our goal is going to be better when we depart from it, so that the future generation. Just quickly, let you know, President Vengon, he has proven track record from Iowa, from North Dakota, and not only that, the VP and the other contestant or contender, they don't get along. So if any of them win, UNICCO going to go down the hill. President Vengon is the only neutral person who will bring them together. That's why we need to give him the option. He had proven track record, but the VP had never been in a leadership position before, except being a VP. She had no track record.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief. Thank you so much again. It has been great hosting you on here tonight. And we will go real fast here. I'm going to my brother GJ. My brother, UNICCO, this is no question. There has been, back and forth, disagreement. I know you're in the group chat that you see the back and forth, all the stuff, including the Queen contest, the discipline, all that stuff. If you happen to win, you'll be playing a pivotal role in this institution of ours. What's your plan, on trying to maintain our forefathers' vision if you were to become the Secretary General? And how do you plan on helping to reconcile all the folks that are on the other side? I know the president will do that, but you play a major role. What would be your take on that? And then you can also add that to your closing statement as well.
Yeah. So our founding fathers thought they could have an organization that will unite all the Mayans here in the diaspora. And their mission was, we should come together, share our culture, for our kids to remember who we are, even though they are not, they've never been a neighbor. That is one of the duties that we should be doing here. So unity is quite important. So when I talk about founding fathers, I'm talking about the pre-Civil War Mayans that were here. Then 10 years after our founding, we saw many refugees influx in the United States. And then when they came over here, they also were a part of UNICCO. And then there was a shift in our operations after that. Now, we have a little bit of division among us as compared to the pre-Civil War founding fathers. So we have a cardinal role to play as people who control UNICCO communication and who serve as gateway between UNICCO and the rest of the world. As I said earlier, the documentary project that was endorsed by the current administration that we are carrying on, it will be a pattern of us narrating our story, sharing our common culture, and try to remember why we were even founded. And the second thing will be, I know you will say I shouldn't say that again, but it's not really about. We will keep coming here. We enjoy a platform, but when we start having UNICCO podcast where we have regular schedule, maybe 3 times weekly, our people will get together and share our values, and then we can reconcile. We can come together discussing what we can do to help each other. We can have all chapters presidents coming up and speaking and saying what is their concern or what the thing we can do as national to help them get together and grow. We can come together and bring up others who, some of them don't really like fighting in that chat room. They don't like typing because probably they are so busy. And I will tell you the fact again, there are some people who just wouldn't want to use the English language. And then they have the right, because when we're founded, we said we're going to promote tradition. they can come and speak Crown, they can come and speak Gil, they can come and speak Mandingo, they can come and speak Mano, and see how much we can integrate our tradition into the unity process of UNICCO. So it's going to be a regular thing that will go on time again and again. And we will make sure that we effectively manage it. I know we were talking about podcasts, but managing it is very hectic. Yeah, you are sitting out here so late and you're still running this, but we will ensure that we establish the framework that anyone who's going to serve as a student or who's going to inherit that from us will make sure that this thing continues to grow and it's going to develop. And then I will just tell you shortly before I close. There is something called texting. That is a word that just was derived when people start fighting through text messages. But when you are writing someone, when you're texting, you really cannot expose your feelings, your emotion. That person is not seeing whether you're spy texting them. At times they will just read that and that is misinterpreted. Then they'll get back to you. I will tell you, someone recently told me in the chat room, they believe I don't understand written language. And to that person, I'm not angry. Since I don't understand written language, let us come down with visual and spoken language. Let us have a chat room that is different from what we have, where we can come and have conversation. We understand each other. That is moderated, that is controlled. And I think through that, we are able to understand each other and get more united. So to conclude, Team Vengon has a great platform, and me being a component of that platform will help you modernize UNICCO's administration. That is what we are here for. We're going to do it in a way that communicating with you will be conveyed in a modern way and in an easier way, where we can recruit more people that are sleeping, that are not part of UNICCO because they basically just don't know about it or they don't have relatives that are part of UNICCO. We can get out there to work to incorporate that. So we thank you so much. Vote for us this coming weekend. This is what we're already doing. We're just not speaking about it. We will do it. And then our children will benefit more and get used to this organization we all cherish. Vote Team Vengon, vote one and vote all.
And vote BKS TV.
Oh, yeah. Vote BKS TV. We'll always be at BKS TV.
Thank you so much. Roberto, you can ask questions and then they can add it to their pattern statement. We got the VP and we got Sis Mercy and then Team Vengon. Let's say Vengon main. So I got one more question with Vengon, and then he will close out.
Yes, CEO, thank you. So I don't know, the parliamentarian is on.
The man, not here. He's not here.
I think he was driving and it seemed like he's falling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so SG.
Yeah.
I think we are not in. Yeah, we haven't interacted. So
we'll be with the SG. SG Finney. Going to
the SG Finney.
Yeah, SG Finney. Going to the VP and then Sis Mercy.
The VP and who?
And Sis Mercy, the financial.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but the VP is off camera, so
very, very staticky from here. I mean,
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, VP.
Yeah, I got a problem with my camera. I'm trying to work on it here.
That's okay, but we can just answer the question. That's all. You don't have to turn the camera on.
The VP there?
Yeah, of course, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, so the Vice President, thank you for the time. You guys did a brilliant job tonight. That's NIMBA. That's what we do.
Thank you.
I know this is not always the normal thing UNICCO that they had the show like this during election period. So the vice presidency, the position, there are sometimes when people are going to the position, they can read all the campaign message together and say vote one, vote all. So let's assume in your leadership tomorrow, are you willing to let's assume that your entire team wins and there be maybe some ups and downs or some mismanagement. Will you take full responsibility of every leadership step along the way, regardless of how it went during your regime?
First of all, before I'm one person who don't just accept offer, and I can say this here. A lot of people today who are bringing those propagandas to this table and say, a lot reach out to me the same way they reach out to my president. A lot of them reach out to me to be part of their team because of my track record. But because I accepted the offer of Mr. Vengon, so most of them coming on, oh, they may not go to school, they may not know book. Yeah, but yes, I don't know book. That's true. But that's laughable. But this is propaganda. I don't want to respond to those things. These are just children play. Because you look at someone level-headed man, who have been on international institutions and say you don't know, but that's funny. That's very, very funny. But that's no problem. That's politics. But yes, I can say this for free. I believe within all of the expertise. Just imagine today, I was listening to all of the team, and I was saying, if what anybody really, really want UNICCO the best, because if you really watch the entire team with the kind of ideology, the seriousness, the passion, everybody bringing on board, not just because they want to have position, but the kind of ideology they are bringing from different angles. Trust me, this thing was one of the best that Nima will ever. If they really don't choose the thing, they will miss it. But I believe they will do it, and we are standing a good chance to win. But I can say, to answer your question, I believe within the leadership that if there's a misstep, we'll talk about it. I'm here to help the president succeed. So I will not sit back and let the president, who I believe in expecting that this president will succeed, and wait for the president to fail. And brother, let me say this. This is why I spoke to one of the board members that next time UNICCO should really work, if we win, we really work on the Constitution. This time around, this election should be winner by team, because they can't believe in a team. Now, if you have opposite winner, and this other vice president have been changing war with you, it's really different. We have different view of you. You got different view of the president and the vice president, and two of them win. You look at the chaos, the chaos that's going to happen in the leadership, because this vice president who win to this opposition want to honor his leadership because he want a team to come back to power. The president who win under the vice president does not want to downside the vice president because the vice president was not a team, and you find complete chaos. This is why it is important in our team. We say vote one, vote all, because we believe our ideology work together. This is why we don't have separate manifesto. We have one manifesto. Because we all have this conglomeration ideas that will make UNICCO better. So the president, I will not say for him to fail. So I will support him and make sure guide the way forward to make UNICCO successful.
Yeah, you can add your parting comment to that.
So are you willing to take responsibility, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. No, listen, I'm not the kind of leader who will shy away from responsibility. If I fail, I'll tell you I fail, and I need your change. That's it. That's how good leader does.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, VP.
Yeah. So again, Nibadi, I know some of you now have the time to watch this show, but I wanted to share this show. And please, for the sake of UNICCO, for the sake of the institution, let us vote this thing. The vision we are coming with is great. We all on this team are all experts. No one here is just coming because I want name in Nima County. Like somebody told me, CJ want to be president of Liberia. I don't want to bring it here, but yes, I have ambition. Having ambition is not a wrong thing.
So you got ambition to run as president, or is that 2029?
No, in the near future. That's an ambition. So I don't want to discuss here, but it's an ambition.
No, but we media now, you bring that type of news that we'll try to grab it and run with it. So
yeah, so that's an ambition. That's what I use the word ambition. That is my ambition.
Yeah, so don't blame us, or VP. You are a son of Nimba. When it comes to Nimba leadership, we don't play with it. So if you have that, let us know, and we'll be happy to share the news out there. Yeah, okay.
If the time comes that we think is better, but my focus right now is how to make UNICCO a greater institution. As per my expertise that I have, that I want to add to my president. So right now, it's not whether we are discussing, but I'm saying this is why people say that I want to make myself famous because of people. No, I'm famous in Liberia. I'm well known. My name is a household name in Liberia. Why should I want favoritism again from UNICCO. No, I just want to contribute. I want to bring my expertise, and I want the team vote one, vote all. Our president is down to earth. He's down to earth, and something that we need to commend. And to enter on this statement, I don't want to leave it. If I leave it, I will not feast. I will not sleep tonight. There was a statement from yesterday that was written in the chat room. I want to completely abuse that. I disagree with it. I don't want us to do the kind of thing as an Ibadian. One David Devil Kuhn wrote and said UNICCO history. I don't know if you have it. If you don't have it, I will send it to you so you can ask him why he said that. That UNICCO leadership in the past, what Ibadian were crying on, were that when they go for convention, they sleep with each other wives and each other husband. But when Seiji and the vice president came to power, those are the things they changed from UNICCO. Are you serious? That's blackmailing. Look at you take leadership from Dan Dennis. You are directly insulting Dan Dennis, and you are insulting the entire Libanian. Great institution like this. And you say this is why your vice president. That's why you are voting on Maggie because she's married. This is an insult to Libanian. This is an insult to the institution that denigrates the morality of this great institution. You don't say anything on social media.
Thank you, Chief.
I want to abuse it. And this is not fair to us as a Libanian. It's not fair to the power leadership. They shouldn't do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, VP. Very passionate plea there. Again, it's going to be a great thing. We're coming to you, VP, by the way, so you must make sure you get all the food ready for us there.
My house is prepared. Yeah. My house is waiting for everybody.
When you win, you might pour us out. You win or lose, we are all on the
so. Listen, let's.
No, okay, it's okay.
No, okay, Chief. Okay.
All right, Chief, we gotta go. So, Sis Mercy, it looks like you're having issues with your internet. Can you hear us?
I think she's on mute.
Yeah, she's not even on.
Yes, I was on, and my dog. I have a dog, right? And he just seeking attention too much. So I'm not too sure if I was wondering whether you guys can hear me. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but you are breaking in. So just 1 minute there, if you don't mind, please give us your patent statement.
Okay, very good. To the Nibadians, I am coming in to run as a financial secretary for both Liberia, I would say, and the Nibadian people. So my mother, as I said, my mother is from Nimba. Some people were telling me sarcastically that I was a white woman. What a white woman is doing in Nimba. Lagaze, dampo de du munka. Ame ambiakara. Council. Okay, council there. Karagira and Amuans Posaka, Nima County. So, Niba County people, I want you to know that I am a very transparent person. This is the reason why my organization is still in existence. I brought so much to the Liberian Association here in Iowa. We achieved a lot. I've organized so many different organizations as well. Now, as a female and a mother of two successful educated children, I want to be able to help our people back home as well. And in doing so, I want to make sure that fundings that are being collected here should also have something in America that will show that UNICCO has a base here. If at least to have an office space or either to have a recreational hall that can be rented out for funds to come in. Those are some of the ideas I will be bringing. And to have places for children to have after school programs. These are things that I'm looking in for my organization, and I want to be able to bring that idea out to UNICCO to see if they can implement that. Out of the 14 chapters, I've been asking since UNICCO was funded, what have they done in America? Everybody tells me there's nothing here to show that UNICCO have a base here. And it's such, I'm not to show the reason It is maybe because the fact that they are a non-for-profit organization. You can be a non-for-profit organization and have a base where you can raise funds to be able to help your people here as well. So again, I am coming in with ideas, and also I am a financial person. I will
Mhm.
make sure that funds that comes in are used for the purpose intended.
Thank
So
you.
I believe in transparency and
Mhm.
accountability. So again, ladies and gentlemen, please vote for this team, vote for Vengon's team. He and I believe in reproduction and productivities. The same
Thank
with
you.
our Secretary General and the same with our Vice President. Everybody that is on our team are
Mm.
highly eloquent and intelligent, and highly educated people as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Believe in transparency and accountability. Thank you so much. Share if you're there. I want you to ask the president your last question, and I got to fire him with one question, and then he will give us his parting statement. Share you there? All right. So the man gone. So, Mr. President,
Not making for me alone.
yeah, the man. They make it out of his scooty. But again,
Yeah.
it has been an honor and real pleasure having you guys on here. I want to say thanks to Shadrach. I want to thank all of you. GJ, says Mercy, and then the vice president. Thanks to all of you. I wish you guys the best. I wish you guys all the best, and may the best team win. At the end of the day, Nima wins, regardless of who wins. Nima wins. With all the great idea my brother just put out there. That's why I asked him that question: win or lose, you're still going to do it for the county, and then he obviously said yes to that. But while you were making your statement here, um, you said that Mr. Bia called you and they reached out to you several times. They reached out to George Flomo and it never worked out. So they were forced to go to Nyan Vulule, Dr. Vulule. And then you used the word, and I stand to be corrected, monkey jam, eat pepper. So were you insinuating that Dr. Vulule is not qualified to be a VP, or was he not qualified as you guys, and he was the last resort?
Well, that of Lule was not even the option for them.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know the whole story. And I see some of the comment, I just laugh. It's laughable. But we are very focused and consistent to our goal. These people, they do not have campaign message against Vengon
Mm-hmm.
because they know the success story of Vengon from North Dakota all the way to some of the chapters. These are people that I work with. These are people that I collaborated with. So that I know them very well. So again, Flule was not even an option.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, give the people your parting statement. We've been here for almost 3 hours now. You guys have done it extremely well. Again, like I said, I wish you guys all the best, and we will meet over there and then pyramid as Nehemiah. So close out the campaign, because you guys y'all have the best time. Now you're finished closing, nobody can come again and say anything. Right?
Yeah.
No more campaign again. Tonight is our last show. I have to say to the BKS followers, we will not be on air from now to I think Monday. We'll be in Iowa covering the program, but there will be no heat hour from now to Monday. So you'll have the best slot. You'll close out the campaign, and nobody can say anything after you. So tell the people why they should vote for you, and then good night to our followers.
Well, let me say, CEO, thank you. It has been a very fantastic show. Wonderful discussions, and putting our platform before the people of Nema to understand what this thing is coming with. What are those things that we are coming with. And I can say for a fact that our team is the best team. We have been tested, and I hear other people say tested and proven, tested and proven. We came from it, we tested and proven in what? But for our team, we have been tested and proven based on our track record. We have been tested when it comes to leadership. We have been tested when it comes to organizing people. We have been tested when it comes to empowering chapter. So when you're talking about tested and proven, refer to the record. So Team Vengon is the best team with our manifesto. Everything that we have written, we can promise the people of Nema that we are not here to give the story to elect us. It's something that we will implement if they give up the chance to lead them. All I can say to all Nimbayans is that despite our disagreement, let us remember the one Nima agenda. We are all one people. Let's come together and let's move our county and our organization forward. And one of the things that Team Vengon is also focusing on is unity, chapter unity. We are not happy of what's going on right now in the various chapters. Look at Ohio, where my two mothers are from. Look at Ohio. Ohio is serious crisis right now. Why would two people come from that same area to contest for the same position? Knowing fully well that they both worked together before as president and vice president. These are things that we'll be telling our chapter leaders, hey, we do not want this thing to be happening. Look at Minnesota. There's a serious issue in Minnesota where the president resides. The president and the vice president, they are both hometowns. They are in disarray. So we are breaking unity because we cannot work together when there is no unity. Amos 3:3 said, how can two work together except they agree? How can we build Nema County when we are not united? How can we make progress when we are not united? When one chapter has problem, the entire chapter has that same problem. So we must focus on bringing our people together, delivering allegations against one another, destroying one another's character, a good reputation that we all have built over the years. So Team Vengon will be focusing on uniting our people. That's what makes us homo leader. Somebody who will walk to his people, sit with them, and try to unite them. So vote Team Vengon comes May 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So that our organization will move in the right trajectory. Vote President Rick Panya Vengon as your next UNICCO national president. Vote Honorable Steve M. Gay as your next vice president. Vote Honorable Jenkins Bakar as your next secretary general. Vote Madam Mercy Isa as your next financial secretary. And vote Mr. Roland Kanoa as your next parliamentarian. Let's go in Iowa and let's make history. Before I conclude, to all my people, the citizens of Nema living in North Dakota UNICCO chapter member, we did it before and we can do it again. Let's go in our numbers and bring victory. Let's get on board on Friday and let's board the train. And let's go and bring victory home. To all the chapters, we want to say thank you for your support. Ohio, Minnesota, and Iowa, and every chapter leaders and members are supporting this thing. I want to say thank you. We appreciate you. Together, we will make it. One Nimba, one people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. One Nima, one people. That's the voice of Rick Pan Vengon. Again, it has been a pleasure hosting you guys tonight. Did extremely well. And I'm excited to get to meet all of you guys in Iowa there, where we will all have fun before the election and after the election. We'll all remain Nima. And I know that the mountain will be proud of us, and I know our forefathers will be up there looking down, staring at us and celebrating. So thank you so much to our followers. Again, we will not be back on air with the regular show until Monday. So we are heading to Iowa to cover the show. So no more UNICCO election thing. Yeah, we finish all the people. So we still will file protest. BK is going to file protest. We'll get there. No UNICCO TV. Thank you so much.
BK TV.
Yeah.
Do you know that I'm the CEO of the Voice of Manima?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yes, I have a studio. I have the Voice of Manima.
Oh.
I don't want to use my studio because I don't want to see present to myself.
You see that? You got BP News. You talk about the 2029 election now. You're talking about different. You guys have a good night. I will end with your music, and you will see you guys in Iowa.
Thank you
so much. Thank you, CEO. We appreciate you having us.
Thanks, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, boss.
Vengon kwa runu, kasale kapo kwa foka vengon le. Pok de kese. Kasale kapo. Esieza kwa yie ni mano. Akoko meka yakapu segre. Zua. E poka. Yago ni makante yasi akoko sosele. Hey. Mela wotapole, me wone sale warulu. Wa wode paka won lesu UNICCO ka. Re ya Vengon. Ye to kwa lesu me on. Saving gbo. Ye le yoka ya kola. Jiki kon le baka. Ye ne to kwa kwibe me. Moi c'est Loulou Asa. Kwa kwibe me doa. Role kanwa. Sembaliye bo wan shedre Vengon. Walo ko yi won yesu UNICCO ka. O me ka reka doa e. Kwa foka yan labo. O ni ba nanu kabo. Ni ba nanu me ye ka kwise dengre. Me ka go Minnesota. UNICCO Philadelphia. UNICCO Raleigh. UNICCO Ohio. UNICCO Columbus, Ohio. Pennsylvania. Me ka go New Jersey. Atlanta, Georgia. Me ka go Arizona. Ka go Kentucky. UNICCO Morocco. Kasale me ka ruka dowa. Ka me ka gwewo kwa foka yanle. Kwa kabu ya Vengon kwa loko.